Now we're on. Okay. What's going on, everybody? Jack Thomas here. Also with my buddy Dale Peppers, a.k.a. Cameron Jackson.
What's happening?
Yes. What's going on, everybody? Jack Thomas here, a.k.a. Everett Creed. You want to know the difference? Everett Creed looks good, and Jack Thomas has got pimples. So that's what we got to pretty much say right there. So this is a UWE/CJE broadcast live here on the UWE HD account, which also reminds me, welcome to Cameron Jackson Entertainment. I gotta say everybody. Oh, I gotta say. Oh, well,
now we're on. Okay.
Hold on, yeah, we got feedback.
Jack Thomas here.
Let me just mute this.
Hair,
Rick, hair, bullet, hair. Oh, we flipped. I didn't even notice. We flipped. I didn't even notice that. They do that on the Google Hangouts.
That's the hey camera.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. So we got 2 viewers right now. That looks pretty good.
Please feel free at all times to leave any questions, comments, and concerns. We'll answer everything. We just actually want to do this to get to know you guys because we haven't really done it from this account, and this account needs more superstardom. You know what I mean? So, Everett Creed, Jack Thomas, whoever you are today, take it away.
No, I'm actually, yeah, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. Oh, man, but, yeah, I guess I could be Jack today. I'll be Jack Thomas today. Yeah, so pretty much everything's doing pretty good here. Last Sunday, we actually recorded the final episode of UWE Lockdown as well as All Out Survival.
Yeah, so isn't that going to be one hell of a show for you guys?
Oh, yeah, that's going to be good. You know, we're kind of, breaking character in this one because, it's the live stream. But, everything's looking pretty good. I mean, as you saw on Lockdown, well, actually not even on Lockdown, on Cameron Jackson's personal account, he accepted Everett Creed's challenge that he issued via satellite last week on Lockdown. So you should expect perhaps a contract signing on UWE Lockdown, as well as we also promoted the Lockdown Lumberjack match exclusive, which we could pretty much give to these viewers here, a little sneak peek preview.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, that won't be a problem. Oh, she's sneaking chips? That is Mama Creed sneaking in chips.
That is mom to everybody.
Everybody, that is mom. She's sneaking in a bag of Doritos, pulling my duty today.
She ain't supposed to be eating gluten, and she's eating that.
Yeah, that's.
Hold on, let me test this TV real quick.
Yeah, well, who's even? What are they reviewing? That's LeBron. What he killed his character, but. Oh, look at that. We got 4 viewers. Pretty good. So, yeah, the Long Island style, my bad, the Lockdown Lumberjack match, the UWE Lockdown exclusive Lumberjack match, which pretty much works as every other Lumberjack match, but the only difference is that it works under tag team rules. So, 2 superstars start in the ring with Lumberjacks around, but you could also tag the Lumberjacks. So, for an example, let's say... who was featured on last week's Lockdown? Let's say Dirty DeChico starts the matchup with Daisy, and then all of a sudden Daisy wants to tag in, Fat Jack, or, it doesn't matter who it is, Terrence Phillips, then Terrence is in the match. And then anybody that's a legal man can score the pinfall, or the submission for that matter.
Yep, and there's a whole bunch of surprises to come in that match. I can't really give too much away because...
Yeah, we don't want to spoil it, but we do want to hype it. All right, so let's see here. Let's see who we got.
All right.
We got Matthew Ratcliffe. I can't wait for that. RRW Network.
SFA Birdie.
SFA Birdie. Good to see him. Good to see. Look at this. Rios is a damn champ for that. Yeah.
He did
very good.
Shot.
It's very good to see Maxwell Birdie. Me and him definitely got some history.
Support him. Please go support him.
Yes, definitely.
He's a very big name in the call community, which is a creative wrestler.
Yes.
Any type of league that they do, he's good at what he does.
Does a lot of Let's Plays of MMA as well. Definitely a good friend of mine, Maxwell Birdie. Definitely,
He's always done well by myself and
by
Everett Creed. So, I mean, I have no problems with anybody in the call community. But, I don't even want to talk about that. Let's get into backyard wrestling because that's what we're here for. Is TJ Sakara coined the phrase backyard wrestling.
Yeah, Sakara, he definitely aimed that. So let's see if we got. Oh yeah, Verdi actually said a shout out to Mama Creed. That's awesome. I'll definitely notify her that. Actually, I could do it Dirty Boy style. Hey, Ma!
Your dad's sleeping.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy P would get pissed. I'm my own. I can't even give that away.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you're in for some surprises for the upcoming shows. Yeah, but it was pretty good. I mean, it was definitely a lot of fun. And, definitely, it's going to be really very hyped up, very, because we have four big, we have the big four for the UWE. We have All Out Survival, we have Ultimate Redemption, Wrestle War, and Broken Glory. So, Wrestle War, that's our SummerSlam. That's our, SummerSlam in the spring.
Yes.
Ultimate Redemption, that's our WrestleMania. That's our biggest show of the year. All Out Survival, that's our Royal Rumble. And Broken Glory is kind of like our Survivor Series without the traditional tag team matches.
Broken Glory is just the night where there is definitely going to be a surprise. Just
definitely. Oh, yeah.
That's it. That's all I can really say about it. I mean, we know what's going to happen, but we can't give it away already. I mean, certain characters will be gone and come back. Certain characters will die. Certain characters will rise from the dead. Things will happen like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell, that might be the only time where you could say maybe somebody hangs up their boots or maybe somebody puts them back on. You know what I mean?
You never know. You really never know. That's truly a good story to tell. Let's see. We got some messages here. RRW Network, real that I'm here. Good to see you, RRW Network. Verdi shoutouts. Okay, here we go. Matthew Ratcliffe. I was sending a good luck message to tell all the roster for that All Out Survival, and I got a few predictions. Actually, I don't mind if you guys want to send some predictions for the Survivalist Coliseum. That is pretty much our Royal Rumble. We're not going to say that on the actual show, but here it's fine. But yeah, if you have any predictions for the Survivalist Coliseum, I mean, the confirmed superstars at this moment right now, you have Lips that is confirmed for that Survivalist Coliseum. You have Nick Somas, you have TJ Sakara, Daisy, and a few other superstars to follow as well. SFA Verdi, I just stream on Twitch now. I got partnered recently and I quit my job making more playing video games for a living than I was at an actual job. Got a dream job rolling. Thanks for the kind words. That's awesome. I mean, if you can make a business out of him, if you can make a business out of doing what you love, I mean, I wish we could do that here.
We try.
Yeah, right. We do try. I mean,
it's hard to not wring each other's necks here.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, we all have egos that clash. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Behind the scenes, UWE, it's a great company, but we all hate each other. So. But
can you imagine? Well, not really.
But please, I mean, Matthew Ratcliffe, give us those predictions. We'll definitely take them. We'll definitely.
Yeah, you could even put an owner like who you know. I mean, it's a prediction. What are they gonna get mad at? Oh, you told someone that I predicted Rick Rios would win the Coliseum, and he's not even in the goddamn thing.
Yeah, I mean, and also. Stay tuned to this. We're going to do me personally, and he'll help out with a BCW cash-in review from our good buddy Mark Williams, he's a great supporter of us. He does reviews for UWE. Check out UWE Lockdown Episode 6 review he did. He's very enthusiastic about it. I mean, he's a fan of ours, and in return, we're a fan of his. So
he did very good. He definitely responded well. Definitely gave the props to the CJE confrontation that took place at the beginning of the event. Also, Lips, decided he had other plans and had his older brother Relum take on Dirty Chico. Pulled that, made that look good. Ever Creed, myself via satellite, as well as the final scene in that altercation, in that show, I should say, for that matter, where Rick Rios was challenged by Dirty the Chico.
And before we go into that, before we start any questioning period, I want to get the statement out there right now that the reason why our title belt will be around certain people in the seasons or shows to come is because we're building the belt. Listen, I know what you guys want to see certain people as champion. Like, I know Matthew Ratcliffe wants to see Lips as champion. Yeah. But I also want to get the point across that we have to have our belt built before we build the superstars with the belt. Yeah. What I'm saying. It's backyard wrestling. It's not like, certain places. It's not like we're on TV. It's not like we're in WWE where, the belt has this tremendous history. It's kind of just getting out there. We got to make sure this belt is good. I mean, when I held the belt, I coined it as a CJE thing. I kind of, before it even got famous, I kind of put my own little tarnishment on it. And that was what I planned to do as a gimmick. in all actuality, now's the time where we're trying to really put that belt up there. So don't, I don't want you guys to think that we're just throwing people in the title match and just giving people the belt. We're just trying to give the belt a history. That's all we're really trying to do. But
I don't know who it was, if it was Triple H or The Undertaker. One of them said it right on. It's the Holy Grail. It's, Triple H said it best. If you're not in this business to become the champion, you might as well go home. And that's works on a lot of occasions. Certain characters don't need that as much. The ones that are really dynamic, the ones that really have just those outspoken characters, whether it be, in the pros with Taker or Bray Wyatt, or if it's on, YouTube, people like Daisy or Lips, or, I'll even give Steel Rick his credit.
Those guys like that are, believe it or not, even though that they're
we got some comments.
One second. Even though the guys like that deserve titles, those are guys that you are least likely to see with titles, because, believe it or not, I hate to say it like this, not to disrespect the league, but they're too good for it. Like, that's where the belt is a second-hand tool. You don't want the belt being the second-hand tool. You want the belt being the main goal. And if Lips holds the belt, you're not going to care about,
Lips. You're going to care about the. Well, no, you're not going to care about the belt. You're going to care about Lips.
I want people. If we're going to make Lips the top guy, he can do it without the belt. If there's one superstar who can do it without the belt, it's going to be Lips. As a gimmick, I mean, there's a few, but
Let's see.
Right, go ahead.
Birdie, I tell Rios I said he's a champ for life. Yeah, he's doing pretty good. But quick question: after he bladed or whatever, did you mean to hit him with the wrong side of the trash can?
The answer to that is yes. No, I didn't. No, believe it or not, I went over there with the trash can, and after the first shot, after the first shot with the actual can, he fell down, and he went over and he put the fake blood on, and then the real shot of it is with me coming with the trash can. I'm talking my smack because that's what I'm supposed to do to keep myself relevant. So I come around with the trash can lid, and I'm talking whatever, I'm saying whatever, and I smack him with the lid. And I went to check to see which side it was first, but I didn't really look. I just checked it. I was like, he's getting up. Let me hit him now. It looks more of a heel thing. So I hit him with the lid, and I walk around to the other side, and I look down there. It's really dripping. I'm like, what the hell is that? And it turns out, we carved the pig. He's really cut open, and it was a real gash in the top of his head. But I did not mean to hit him with that side. As much as I say a few things about Rick Rios, I get credited the most with downplaying the character of Rick Rios. But believe it or not, he did not deserve that. I would never really try to take him out like that. But Rick Rios, he definitely came a long way, and for the years that he's put into the UWE, he deserves the title run that he's getting now. And hopefully, I can't give too much away, he'll be able to carry us through, maybe all the way into next season. We'll see. I don't know.
You never know. I remember watching that live at Abomination. I was there, and I was on the side, and I see, the shot, and, I'm thinking, wow, he really got him good. And then my dad, who's the referee, does this thing where, we need a towel, we need, get the towel, and I'm like, they're really selling this trash can lid look good. They're making the blood look good, and all of a sudden I see Rick on the bottom, he's shaking, and I'm like, he's a good actor, but I know he's not that good, and I just realized, I gotta give Rick his credit, but anybody
downplayed him again,
it's just the fact that nobody's that good. Like, you really just start shaking like that, you can't really do that acting. And I just had to run over, and you even see me, the camera cut, and then I told Andrew, the cameraman, keep this on because we got to let the fans know he really got hit. And you see the gash, over his head, and he did. I remember, we cut the camera, and Rick was not even upset about the gash. He was upset about two reasons. One, he didn't want stitches, and two, he wanted to continue the match. And I was just like, Rick, we cut you. I don't want to, split you. So.
Yeah, but the real
like
redemption,
a piece of lumber.
The real redemption for that came the next episode we uploaded, Lockdown episode 5, in the ladder match where Rick Rios returned just 1 week after that happened, and
Rios wasn't even planning to return for months. He was supposed to come back. That incident took place May, and he wasn't supposed to come back till late July. So he had a very fast recovery, luckily, and that was really good. Matthew Ratcliffe, here comes the predictions. Tyler from VTW. I'd like to see if Tyler has a last name. Tyler from VTW says that Daisy is going to win the Coliseum. I, of course, am going with Lips.
All right, now before you assess that, I want you to actually really get into Lips and Daisy and why they would or would not win the Coliseum. But let them know, or I will let them know, that the Coliseum is our
Oh, you're talking to him. Okay.
Royal Rumble. Okay, so anybody that doesn't know that the Survivalist Coliseum is an idea, is a name. Well, it's a name that we did take from a creative wrestler online league. I will give them the credit for that. I will not take the credit for that. We took the name, but you know what? The guy who made the league is sitting to my left, maybe on your screen, my right. So I mean, turnabout's fair play. There's no disrespect, no hard fouls, nothing like that. That's just a name that we fit well. We have the pay-per-view All Out Survival. Survivalist Coliseum went great. So, but it's our Royal Rumble, technically.
Oh, the name for the Survivalist Coliseum, yes.
But yeah, and we have a lot of superstars in there. Like he said, you're gonna see Daisy in there, you're gonna see Lips in there, you're gonna see TJ Sakara in there. We have a guy called the Black Bullet. You may see him in there. You may see some faces that you've never seen before. You may see some faces that you've seen once or twice. There might even be people from other backyard wrestling leagues in there. You never know.
You never know.
I mean, I'm not saying that there are. Don't get mad at me if there aren't. But I'm just saying.
You never know.
But it's assessed why
Chris Copeland could be in there. You know, he could definitely have a shot. Chris Copeland could main event Ultimate Redemption.
Chris Copeland's an awesome backyard wrestler.
Now, do you want me to get why Daisy or
Lips would or would not win? Your choice.
Well,
I mean, you can do it in the fourth wall, out of the fourth wall, however you want to do it.
Well, if I do it out of the fourth wall, I don't know if I want to give stuff away. I mean,
no, don't give it away. Just
I mean, it's interesting because Litz is a character that is. I mean, I originally made Litz about 12 months ago. I made him last year, and I was actually on a video game, and he originally made his debut on a call entertainment program known as CCE, and it just streamed. It went, Verdi will tell you, it really got popular, and I was just realizing, I'm like, this character can be useful in the UWE as well. I mean, it's going to be interesting to, convince my parents to do the gimmick, because they need to help me out with the paint. But, it was just too big of an opportunity to pass up. And I definitely wanted to do the Litz character. It was definitely a challenge. And it was very entertaining to do it on call, so I wanted to bring it in BYW as well. A lot of people are either hoping or thinking or just believing that Litz might have a shot at doing it because Litz has really been the person that's promoting the Survivalist Coliseum more than anybody else. And, the next episode of Lockdown, I'm not going to give it away, but a lot of people are going to start putting their 2 cents in besides Lips that they're going to win this match. They're hungry. They want a main event Ultimate Redemption.
Yeah.
It could be anybody. It really could.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, if you guys are disappointed with the ending, the outcome, but if it's a mess.
The comment. All right. This Verdi. Did he need stitches? ? Yeah. Even in character, it seemed like you meant to do that. The whole damn you got the handle too had me crack it up. Didn't mean to do that. I mean, sorry, typo.
It's all good. But you know what? Yeah, I was cracking up on the inside louder than anybody else outside because. Yeah, I had I was like, did I really just end this guy's career? And the match didn't even start yet,
Bell didn't ring.
And I was like, you know what? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I was thinking about, just not even retiring. I was thinking about just taking some time away from the UWE and being like, giving myself a little punishment for that because the truth is, what was supposed to happen was Rick was supposed to meet me there. Because all the build-up with the dead uncle and me going to the cemetery and doing all this whatever. So the truth is I was supposed to talk as much as I can and get shut up that night. But we never even got to...
Yeah, God had a real change of plans that night. Ironically, the one that, you're with the whole sacrilegious thing, and yet, God didn't want you to lose the belt that night.
But Rick coming back the next week made it that much better because, little does everybody know, I didn't even know he was there.
Yeah, right. We want to sweep your head after that one.
No, I knew he was there.
But I mean, I mean, I mentioned Litz a little bit, as far as like, how he's kind of almost become the favorite as far as the record goes and the numbers and the statistics, I should say, for the Survivalist Coliseum, which is weird how a gimmick could have the statistical favorite for a multi-man match. But I'll go into a little bit of Daisy too. I mean, Daisy's been around for longer than we think. I mean, he made his debut at the premiere with all those hacks, those rabbit hacks. If you go on to our earlier shows, this rabbit, in a random room that looked like it was, the Mad Hatter's bedroom, for crying out loud, and it just looked so weird with the teacups and the computer. It looked so weird, like someone was hacking the account. And then Everett Creed, brown noser of who was running the show at the time, Angelique Stark, pretty much comes out, says, top tier talents making a name for themselves, but I'm still the guy that you have to answer to. I'm still the present. I'm not the past. And Daisy appears, and that's when Daisy decided. It was taking a while for Daisy to make the debut, but the waiting was well worth it when, the clock hit 0 whenever Creed was in mid-sentence, and that's what made it really good. I don't think Daisy's even won a match since, and yet that character is still very popular, and the win over Creed just, really put Daisy on the map. He's out there now. He's good.
And the reason why Daisy hasn't won since is because in a backyard wrestling environment where you need certain characters to not be buried, you got to make certain sacrifices early. Like that's why we had Daisy lose these last 2 matches early in his debut in his career because to Eric and to TJ Sakara. TJ Sakara is definitely one who deserved to win. Eric was just putting over a return that you guys didn't even know that.
Yeah, Eric was actually the original, kind of freaky character, but I mean, on the Richter scale, 1 to 10, Eric, he did a good job and all, and he did very good with the, he was known for the walk, he was known for, the very eerie Satisfaction remix song, and then the very, the first ever progressive finisher where, 1 chokeslam won't do it, 2 chokeslams won't do it, but nobody ever kicked out of the third, and it's just, it's been becoming a thing lately around here, and now it, if Eric ever, shows his face again, whether it's, now with Coliseum or,
maybe at the Coliseum,
maybe at the Coliseum, maybe not, maybe,
Sometimes we don't see people from lockdown till the lockdown that we just shot to Ultimate Redemption, but okay.
And Birdie puts, Litz confirmed for GOAT,
greatest of all time,
greatest of all time, and I'm, I guess I'll make a little twist and a left turn to WWE. I'm surprised Daniel Bryan has never used that term, the GOAT. He's been called the GOAT face all the time, and they never use the GOAT term, greatest of all time. I don't know why they've been dropping the ball with that one. But, I mean, going back to the backyard thing, though, I mean, Litz and Daisy, 2 very dynamic characters, and win or lose, their characters aren't killed. Win or lose. If Daisy wins the Coliseum, Daisy's over and he's in the main event. Litz wins, he's over, he's in the main event. But if they lose, they're still going to be recognized.
There's still ways to go, you know what I mean?
We can even take a look at other superstars as well. TJ Sakara, he's, definitely got a good resume on him so far. Definitely somebody the fans are liking. And even in the Scramble match way back in April, he got a lot of recognition, and he's definitely becoming a very popular superstar. Rick's the guy, Rick Rios, he's not in the Coliseum unless he, of course, loses his World Championship match against Dirty DeChico. But, the world champion, he's not obviously going to be qualifiable for the Survivalist Coliseum because, if he wins, he's got to face himself. And actually, here's a little fun fact for you. We've actually had those matches before. There was only 2 matches in UWE history. Unfortunately, they were not on YouTube, where the certain superstar fought themselves. And they both took place at the UWE Awards show. The first season, at Season 2, it was Terrence Phillips versus Terrence Phillips.
And guess who made that match? Yours truly.
And then Season 3, it was Cameron Jackson versus Cameron Jackson.
And guess who made that match? Yours truly.
Oh, well, you made the second one, you jack off. Anyway, Matthew Redcliffe. I also got a prediction for Jackson versus Creed with a question mark. Okay. Black Seth says Cameron Jackson. I say Creed.
Well, all right, before we get into that, I do want to say I want everybody in here besides, just Mr. Verdi and Mr. Ratcliffe, to give their prediction on who will win between the Self-Supremacy Ever Creed and the Brother Man with the Master Plan, Brother Cam. I want Brandon from RRW to leave a prediction. I want whoever else is in here. I know Mark Williams can't because he's on his phone, but
yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I don't want to say much, but I think you and the Bad Read, you guys got a little bit of a shout out on our show because you guys have definitely been showing support. So one of us has definitely showed support. It might be in a little fashion of our own, but it's definitely giving you guys the credit. You guys did a very good job. Matter of fact, we can go a little bit on the outside perspective. I've been noticing a lot of things in other federations, especially those single promo. One promo gets uploaded on YouTube, just one promo, and that's it. That's the whole video. Mark Williams went off on, I think it was Flash. Mark Williams just really ripped her a new one.
FL Dog 726 with the hashtag boycott Flash. On my channel, he did that too. He cut me off when I was trying to give my esteemed prediction on the most famous backyard wrestler of all time, Cage, going one-on-one with the new generation of backyard wrestling, the Bad Read. You had Gorgeous, the Bad Read, versus the best at what he do, Mr. Better Than You, Cage. And the second I was about to give that prediction, all you hear is hashtag boycott Flash. And he went off. And it was a great promo.
And there was a lot of people. Jack Andrews cut you off.
The next
Ionic Spider.
Yeah, it was the Spider. Then it was Jack Andrews. And then we ended off. I finally give the prediction.
Oh, this is great.
I finally give the prediction. And I'm ready to go. I'm ready to click the button and end it. Big Time Mike just jumps right in. I'm just like, oh, damn it.
Big Time Mike comes in,
Oh, by the way, I do want
Big Time show. Oh man, he's definitely one of my favorites.
But I do from the bottom of my heart want to give Mark Williams, Ionic Spider, Jack Andrews, Zagan, whoever you guys want to call him, and Big Time Mike. Well, that's his name, but thank you from the bottom of my heart. That meant so much to get everybody in on that, to weigh in. It kind of, yes, it did kind of disrespect Cage and the Bad Read, but you know what?
Nah, if anything, I say it promoted it.
I'm a big supporter of the Bad Read. I respect Cage for what he's done, but you can't just coin those two aren't backyard wrestling. I love them all. I love them both to death, but they aren't backyard wrestling. We're all backyard wrestling. That's what I was trying to prove with that. We're all backyard wrestling. So yeah. No matter how much of a fan we are, there's always somebody else out there waiting to show themselves too, waiting to fight to the top. But we all tried to promote it. We all gave our predictions when it came down to it. I thought the Bad Read should have won, but it was awesome.
All right. Let's see. SFA Verdi. Based Cam better win. Yeah, Cameron Jackson right now is looking like, I wouldn't say the lesser of two evils, but definitely the more respected out of the two. Verdi knows well enough. Ever Creed, he's a trash talker, and he just nobody, And
Adrenaline
RRW Network.
RRW says Mr. Cameron Jackson went. You know what? He's an awesome dude. Mr. Adrenaline, Mr. Brandon. I'm not gonna say his last name. I don't want to get him too much heat or whatever. I don't know. But Mr. Brandon, well, he's an awesome. He reminds me a lot of myself. Man, like
good guy, he's definitely
not the biggest of people, but you know what? He proves that he can back it up, and it's not even necessarily. My game isn't about backing it up. My game isn't necessarily about backing it up. It's just making sure that I have my presence known.
Down to 4.
And
see that's because I did the whole 5 years.
Yeah, you should have put your damn hand down.
Yeah, I just opened my teeth and bit myself in the ass.
But also check out RRW because there's
free. What the hell?
Yeah, they're just dipping out on us. Check out RRW because of they have their new guy Ambush debuting in his partner's Chaos.
Ambush, that's an awesome name, Ambush.
Yeah, it's
Ambush. You got the Ambush Slam.
That kid is funny. He cracks me up, man.
I'll never forget one of the infamous moments of my career. Looking for the Creed Slam. I lost it. I remember that. Oh my God, that had me going.
My favorite moment is the one that actually never made YouTube. Is when it wasn't even. It was Skip Dicklin at the time. He was outside calling a match between Rick Rios. No, it was Rick Rios and Insanity.
Oh yeah.
And he called a move that I've never seen before. He called it, I believe, in his voice, he called it the Turkish taint tickler. You know.
Oh yes, that was Rick Rios and T.J. Sakara at All Out Survival. The Turkish taint.
Well, T.J. Sakara, insanity.
Matthew Ratcliffe to RRW. Any predictions for the Coliseum? Oh right, I almost said that.
Cameron Jackson and Everett Creed are not going to be in the Coliseum. They will not.
They will not be in the Coliseum whatsoever.
Because that would just be putting too much on us.
Yeah, you don't want to
wrestle. I can't wrestle that many times a day. You know,
Yeah,
I'm already Daisy. I can't do that to. As a matter of fact, I think I got Daisy somewhere over there, but he ain't coming out. He's
Jack Thomas might even step in there. That'd be funny. You know.
You step in there where you're fucked. You have no Jack Thomas makeup. You know.
Yeah, right. And I could hit the. You know, he could hit his finisher, knock him out with the jack off. You know.
Dip your head in canola oil or something. You know?
There you go.
I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, and then also to Matthew Ratcliffe, no predictions. All right. I mean, you know, you're not gonna, you know, sometimes you just can't predict. Sometimes you know, it's you got a lot of people.
Who said that? Wait.
No prediction. RRW.
All right. Well, you know what, Brandon? That's all good. That's not bad. I mean,
you just sometimes you can't tell. You know, that's what makes an entertaining match.
Don't get me wrong. If I was if I was not here and I did not know what was happening, my prediction, hands down, would be T.J. Sakara, because, and this has nothing to do with the whole CJE gimmick or nothing like that. It's just everything to do with the fact that he's the guy right now that you don't see winning. Him and another guy in there that I'm not going to bring up at the moment, but he's a guy in there that you don't see winning, and he's been talked about, but he's not really at the top of the world. It'll be the thing that puts him up there. You know what I mean? It's that thing that takes him, like I said before, it's the thing from right here and jumps him all the way up here. So, I mean, that would be pretty cool. I actually want to get your predictions on who you think will win between Dirty DeChico and the UWE champion Rick Rios.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a...
because those are just two bulls. Two bulls. And this week on Lockdown...
Yeah, Battle of the Bulls.
This week on Lockdown, I will spoil this. You will see the return of, back in one piece, one whole unit, the Dirty Boys. Dirty DeChico, Dirty Dave, Chief Pantera. For some reason, I don't know. When Dirty Dave's around, he finds a need not to show up. I don't know.
Yeah, that's very odd. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird how the Chief...
He shows up. He's with DeChico 100%. Hell, he was even calling DeChico the whole day. They were talking to it, and I don't know. But he just doesn't
Dave
like to show
showed up, and the Chief
Dave
never... Dave showed up. The Chief, you know, I guess... I don't know what happened there, but it got, you know... Definitely very interesting bout. Baron Bishop joins. All right. What's with the red Solo Cup right behind you, guys?
Oh, that's my career. Nah, but okay.
What's with the red Solo Cup? The Baron is the guy that will point out the most random...
I mean, you know what I meant.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Brandon. I meant his partner's Adrenaline. I'm sorry. You know what I meant. And his
Ambush's tag partner's Adrenaline's Rivals Chaos.
His also...
RRW, I think
Chaos.
Rick Rios will win. Oh, right, his match with Chico. Okay. Yeah, Rick Rios is a good pick. I mean, he's got definitely the experience factor in there.
But Dirty DeChico is just a bull. Like, he's
Chico, yeah.
And believe it or not, there's something about him that...
He's got wins. He's got wins. DeChico has a lot of wins. That's me. DeChico's got a lot of wins on his career in, 6 months. He's defeated the likes of... He's defeated a lot of people. He's defeated Everett Creed. He's defeated the Black Bullet.
He's defeated Terrence Phillips and Nick Somas.
Yes.
He's
in tag team action.
He's
defeated Chip Dank and Battery Walsh on the premiere, so you knew from the very beginning that these guys are going to be a factor.
I mean, they're hell. What?
I got some people feeling. No, I'm good for that.
I mean, there's always up in the air for that. I mean, me personally, as a fan, because don't get me wrong, I guess you can call it work. I guess I work here, but as a fan, I'm also a fan of everything that goes on that screen. I have a lot to do with what goes on the screen, but that's not what we're here about. I also like to see how they perform, because the Dirty Boys, you guys don't know this, but the Dirty Boys, we just give them a layout, and they take it and they roam.
Yeah,
we have nothing to do with what comes out of their mouths. We just tell them which direction to go.
It reminds me of like what WWE does with Bray. Here's the script. Here's what we need you guys to do. All right, that's what the Dirty Boys do. We give them, all right, here's the script. We don't
even give them a script.
No, we don't. We just say, okay, you just got to do this and that. That's the outcome. They take that,
and it's magic.
They make it work. we maybe give them about what, like less than a gallon of gas, and they go cross country with that shit.
In that damn pickup truck.
In a damn pickup truck, right? I'm waiting for that thing to show up.
Oh, we'll be seeing that soon.
Right. There you go.
All right.
Baron. Oh wait. Baron Bishop. It's distracting. Hang on. I'll take care of that. For you.
You really don't like the cup?
He has something against the cup. Is there anything?
And somebody asked for
There's nothing in the goddamn cup. Like it's empty. You know.
There's something in this one though. I ain't telling you what's in there.
Right. What is in there?
Water.
No, that's the Black Bullet's piss. You know.
Oh.
George Washington's in the dishes.
And Prince Albert's in the can.
And then I believe I saw a comment.
Thoughts on Raw, I believe.
That was from full on
effing wrestling. Okay.
Full on effing wrestling.
And before I get into my thoughts on Raw, I will say read RW's comment. Me and Cass look a lot alike because we are cousins. That's good. Good resemblance. You can't pull one over my head, Brandon.
Yeah, right. I'll lay it out for you here right now.
Listen. How could you How could you wait?
How could you wait? How could you get something? Yeah, Bray Wyatt cuts off Hulk Hogan and Johnson.
That you can't comprehend, but I'll lay it out for you, John, right here, right now. You know.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt interrupts Hogan and Cena. You know, and how could you possibly get something that you can't comprehend? But I'll lay it out for you, John, right here, right now. I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's good.
So thoughts on Raw. Go ahead.
This current Raw. What do they kick it off with? Triple H? He just loves kicking it off. He's an ass.
They kicked it off with Triple H, John Cena, the reviewing of the cover of the WWE 2K.
I had a bad feeling John Cena was gonna be like, this isn't right. We should have Daniel Bryan on. I'm just so tired of the yes movement. I'm just like, we got to move on to moving on. I like that they're gonna have Daniel Bryan feud with Bo Dallas though. So
I don't mind Daniel Bryan. I just don't. I don't think he should be the guy, but I think he should be a guy. You know.
Oh, I never said he should be. I mean, a guy is one thing, but they're pushing him to be the guy, which I really just.
Yeah, no, that's.
I'm sorry,
but don't get me wrong. I know it's changed. I know that it's changed from just being about character to now being about wrestling, which is cool. It's cool. I'm not putting that down, but.
You gotta have some kind of personality.
You gotta have something like
personality.
This can't be the driving factor behind.
Stone Cold wasn't just known for the middle finger. He was known
for what? The stunner, the beer.
The can of whoop ass and all that stuff. And it's just really gone to that. 6-man tag looked good. Luke Harper got the win. Good.
I like that match. Everett was a big naysayer of the Usos, but now I think they're starting to.
Yeah, they're starting to turn around on me.
From day one, I like the Usos. They got something.
Baron, I gotta give Baron credit too. He's definitely
been
pro.
They're always charged up. That's the thing. They're not your just t-shirts. They're always charged. They're always ready to go.
I saw the pro. I gotta give Baron too. He's got to give me credit because he's always wanted me to check out the Usos. But I remember the encounter before the match. You just see Sheamus, hugging the Usos, getting ready for the match, and they look like they're about to rip heads in Norway.
Like they look like they're about to go out for a few drinks or something.
Yeah, right. Like they're having a good time. And then I'll even skip a little bit on ahead to the, AJ winning the Divas Championship. AJ Lee coming back. That was good seeing her, and it drives the whole thing with Paige. They got to do that so they can turn Paige to be a heel.
Let's be real, though. Let's get into the real thing about AJ. Wow, I'm so stuck on UWE.
You're stuck on UWE with TJ Sakura.
Nah, the thing
or as Gerald Bass would say, TJ Sakura.
TJ Sakura, But
oh, now we know who does it, but.
Nah, but the thing about What does that say?
We got some comments from Verdi. I missed the last episode, so I'll be checking it out after this. Been fun so far. I dig it. Glad I was here from the start. Verdi, you're one hell of a guy.
You're an awesome dude.
Awesome. R Adrenaline. Matthew Ratcliffe to R Adrenaline. That's fine. Sometimes I don't have one either. When you're on Facebook, please like a friend of mine's company called TWE.
All right.
TJ, Rick, and I are going to be pissed. Anyway, I'll tell Anton. I'm going to mess that up. You like the page. And then okay, so
But now the thing about AJ Lee, let's be real. Everybody's talking about how she won. No, nobody's talking about how she won, but everybody's talking about CM Punk. Let's be real.
Yes, I was just getting to that.
AJ being back is
it's a sign.
Vince will never have to make. Vince makes you think more than anybody else. Okay?
Oh yeah, he
could bring AJ back.
He showed up tonight. You know?
Oh, that was my favorite segment.
That was great. Damien said that did a great impression.
We had a couple of great returns tonight, but
yeah, right.
We had 3 actually. We had Vince McMahon, we had AJ Lee, and we had we'll get to that in a second. But
yeah,
we had as I said, you got the CM Punk chance. Now you're thinking, you're like, wait, he's got AJ. Is CM Punk there? Is CM Punk coming back? Is he coming back? Now you're all like, is he gonna come back? But
yeah, because he gets you thinking AJ's back.
Every time.
Wait, if AJ's back, that means Punk let her back, and then. If AJ's coming back, does that mean Punk's coming back too?
But they had to do something with it, with AJ, because don't get me wrong. Now Paige, I'm not the biggest fan, but I do respect the fact that what they did with her, and they're making her. I guess you can call her now the female John Cena. That's what they're going to try to do with her. But they also did kill about 7 diva characters just to build that one, so they had to bring one back. Now around that. Now the Divas division is pretty much going to be based off of CM Punk chant, but the way that works is that once you have more and more Divas start competing and competing, maybe the CM Punk chant will die out until they actually bring CM Punk into the actual picture. If they do, they might
Punk's got to join. You know what? If AJ's going to be on the road now, Punk's going to want to be with AJ. He's going to want to be with his wife. If it's coming to personal affairs, he's going to want to be with his wife. And I think part of me says she's doing this because she wants CM Punk to be back. She knows the potential. So now we'll go to the main event. Roman Reigns and John Cena versus Kane and Orton. I like the ending. I like the DQ ending because, if Cena pinned Kane, what does that prove? Kane's put over everybody. So I'm so glad that they had, Kane, Tombstone, Cena, and then Reigns, did his thing. That was great.
All right, that's great. But now we got to start, realizing that they are pushing Reigns. I like the way they're doing it. It's an all right speed, but it's getting faster and faster. Let's not go too fast.
Well, they're not gonna have him win the belt.
I know, but let's still not go too fast. You know what I mean? Because it's only so long you can be a fan favorite before they're like, all right, enough.
Yeah.
I don't want them to go too much with it and have him not do anything.
Well, they're definitely
the next grudge feud he's in is going to be Triple H. Let's be real.
And he's going to be Triple H because that's Triple H. Triple H is learning from Vince.
Any authority figure from now on that wrestles will lose. Or they're gonna win dirty or lose clean. That's how it is.
Yeah.
For authority figures,
and that's what Vince taught Triple H.
But now to the segment that stole the show.
Yes.
They made this big deal about former WWE champion with a social whatever.
And I was getting pissed because I thought it was Daniel Bryan. I thought it was going to be nobody important.
Now we both knew that the guy that was coming out of the limo was the Miz. We both knew.
I had no idea until the final commercial.
We guessed right.
And then I right before I'm like, oh my God, wait, Miz is it's gonna be the Miz. The whole Hollywood
Miz came back, and then we're sitting there, and then we were like, okay, he's back, and then we're getting bored with it. We're like, all right, now it's just like, okay, let's get rid of it. He's not good.
I thought it was all right.
His dad said it best. He was like, he's a mixture between
The Rock
and Chris Jericho, but he's nowhere near as good as either one of them. As soon as he said Chris Jericho. It had to be about 2 minutes later. Fucking pyro goes.
And I'm like, I know the pyro, and I'm like,
now this is Chris Jericho's biggest fan. So this guy jumps up. Now he's over in front of the damn TV. Now he's got his hands up like he just won the damn belt, like he won the Survivalist Coliseum, and now he's screaming and he's all into it. He's hype. Jericho comes out good. Miz is saying what he's got to say to Jericho. Jericho does the code breaker good now. He's clapping like it's over, and then the Wyatt thing goes on. He's on his knees. He's like, it keeps getting better and better.
I was in tears. I was in tears. I'm like, this is getting better and better by the minute. I'm just oh my God.
It was the segment It was the segment of a lifetime.
I was just gonna say,
definitely for this guy.
It was my favorite 3 wrestlers in one pack.
It was good to watch. It was.
Add Undertaker and you got an ever Creed orgasm. That's all I gotta say. More like a lit, so there you go. But all right, let's check the comments here. All right. I've had some of those back. Baron, I've had the Usos back since they debuted. Yeah, Baron definitely had a lot of things with the Usos. They're really I'm really starting to like those guys. Baron Bishop, thoughts of Stardust and Goldust, and the finisher Stardust hit to win.
Listen, I like that finisher.
I do.
Now let's be real though. Stardust has done a different finisher every time he's wrestled now, so. I think he's going to stick with that one.
I'm not going to lie, though. There's one finisher that nobody's seen, and it's at the live. He did it at the live event and never did it afterwards, and he's not going to do it anymore because of the, he has the new moon. But I think somebody might be interested in taking that move because.
All right, cool.
So, yeah, right. But okay.
SFA already says.
If you guys ever need to voice over, if you guys ever need voiceover work or anything like that, let me know. Would like to help. Definitely.
Definitely. We will be in touch with you. You're just like we said. We'll support you. You scratch our back, we'll scratch yours. No problem. I mean, you're a cool dude. You've never ever done anything to me. You know what I mean? And you don't really have a bad reputation with anybody. You've given us good constructive criticism.
Absolutely.
And we really thank you for that. And Baron Bishop says Punk Lesnar 31. That's beautiful. I don't really. No, I'm just.
Yeah, right. That's I'll go to actually the previous one because I never really got into thought of that. Stardust and Goldust because these guys. I mean, right now you got a good tag team division. You got Harper and Rowan. You got the Usos, and you got even Ryback. But Stardust and Goldust, these guys are really getting popular, and it was mixing. It was half and half. Like people wanted Cody to go further, and then other people liked Stardust. I'm a huge Stardust fan. I think it's great. I think, honestly, it's fun for them. It's fun for Cody because it's the best. He's never had as much fun as he's having right now with his brother, doing the whole bizarre gimmick in his own way. Amazing. And honestly, the Goldust gimmick just couldn't have been done at its time because it was years ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Everybody was thought it was too raunchy. It was too much. And now with Stardust around in a more open-minded era, I think they're going to be able to get away with that bizarre gimmick, and I think Cody can pull it off. He can learn from his brother, and Goldust is definitely having his own, way of passing the torch.
And if you look closely, there is a little bit of Goldust on Stardust. If you look down to the boots,
yes, absolutely.
Boots, Goldust wore those boots in the 90s. He wore those same exact boots with the star on them in the 90s.
That's amazing, and it's awesome. It really is. It's awesome. I love the Stardust gimmick. And then Baron said Punk Lesnar 31. You know what? That might be the only thing that Brock would need to do.
Brock really don't have to do anything else. He's done it all now.
He conquered the Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania.
Winning a belt at Redemption won't even be bigger than that at Redemption. At WrestleMania,
at Redemption. Yeah, you're really stuck in the UWE.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I love it though. They were planning to use him for 31. Punk maybe. Lesnar, I think beforehand. Triple H said there's always Plan B with the title switch, and everybody thought Seth Rollins' Money in the Bank is what they meant. No, it's Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's Plan B. Mr. Y2J 1100. I know that YouTube channel. Hey Ev, hey Cam, Tyler Emerson's here. Big T, Little E.
Guess what I did with your theme song? I'm so glad you're here because if you weren't here, you probably would be pissed off at me. I'm glad I decided not to do this. I was gonna do this thing where I was just mocking people, and your gimmick was so awesome to me. I was gonna use your old Honey Claws theme song and come out like that. I didn't do it though.
Oh, the Big T, Little E thing.
No, it was gonna be Big C, lowercase J. Or,
that's awesome. Tyler Emerson, one of my favorite characters in TXW. Gen Y still, I think, was the peak of my call career. Loved doing it. Absolutely loved it. Matt Radcliffe, what are your thoughts on Jericho and Miz returning? Oh, yeah, we already did that. Yeah, but that was still
it was awesome lifetime.
If CM Punk never came back, how would you feel?
I wouldn't really care now. You're working without him. I mean,
they're
going to be CM Punk chants for a while. We know that. If you don't ever come back, then hey.
Yeah, and honestly, it's Punk's loss. It really is. I mean, it's Punk's loss because now his wife is back with us.
And but with Goldust, I love the quote from him. Goldust. Oh my God, I'm just botching all night.
What did you say?
Goldust.
Goldust.
Like
Goldust.
Like,
You know, Goldust.
but with Goldust, I love the quote from him. He's the normal one. I did love that. I love
that was
segment.
good. Now I'm the normal.
Now Super Duper says, "Love the product, gentlemen, the characters, etc.
If you ever need a low voice, let me know." I love how he says low voice.
All right, baby.
Yeah, right? Oh, man. I think we might have a future ring announcer for certain times. New Burberry Jones, you know.
Listen, don't make fun of Burberry Jones.
Yeah, right? Your following contest is for the CJE, you know. No reins for 31.
And Big T Little E says,
"Please do it in a bright headband." That's
you know
awesome.
what? Just for you, bro, I will.
There you go. Definitely
Just for you.
in good time to come. 7 viewers looking good.
All right, now let me do this before I get too carried away here. Believe it or not, the biggest star today in Backyard Wrestling wants to join this feed. The Bad Reed wants to join.
He does.
And I will give that a little bit of time before we do that. But before we do go into anything else, in the world of Backyard Wrestling, there is this Backyard Wrestling League named BCW. Now, a lot of you guys may not like what they put out. Me personally, I'm a fan of them because they got good heart and they want to go to the top. You know what I mean? That's all you ever really want to do. You want to be on the top of where you stand. So the guy who runs it, very good guy, Mark Williams. They had a pay-per-view recently, and if you go on their channel, Backyard Championship Wrestling BCW, I believe it's KBW Fan 1, some shit like that. KBW, I don't know, but they're very good. It was awesome because on Cash In, they kicked it off with Skullhead and Dynamite. Now, you guys don't know these guys, but these guys have had a very long feud, and it's rare to see that nowadays, long feuds that actually stay.
Very rare.
That keep you enticed, you know what I mean? So they had this long feud, and this was supposed to be the last match they were going to have, and, you know, the match goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and Skullhead actually wins, which was cool because, like, I expected Dynamite to win, and Skullhead wins, and it's just like, wow, he actually did it. He actually did. That would be just as like if Big E ever beats Rusev. You know what I mean? He actually finally did it.
No, that's
awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Great job. So they move on. Next is their. Oh wait. First off, I actually before I say that I skipped over a match. They started off a match with Mark Williams versus whoever, and the match didn't end. Now, I love Mark Williams like a little brother, but Mark Williams, what the hell were you thinking? The match has got to end, bro. You're the best wrestler there. It's got to end. You gotta end the match. I mean, you probably had technical difficulties or something went down. I understand. Things happen like that. But it was destined to be a great match with a great ending. I mean, don't get me wrong. Take it for what it is. It was still a good show. But next time I would just like to see an end to that match. And now going to the Money in the Bank match that they had.
Wait, what happened?
I don't know what the hell happened. It just the match didn't end. It just cut and said Mark Williams wins or something like that. So they had a Money in the Bank match. Now I forget everybody that was in it. There had a few guys in there. Actually, Mark Williams debuted a secondary character in that match. I think it was Zeke Johnson or some shit like that. You know, it sounded like an good old fashioned SWAT redneck boy. It's a good name. No, I like him. He did good. Ladder match goes on. Big spot, big spot, big spot, big spot. Awesome, beautiful, awesome, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Got some comments here.
Wait, no, I'm not done yet. No.
Okay.
Now,
we'll get to those comments in just a second, fellas.
They
definitely got to give these guys their
So now there's awesome spots with the ladder. There's chair shots. There's big moves. All that good stuff. Now, somebody's climbing the ladder, gets knocked down. Camera blacks out, and then all you hear is, "Wait, somebody's up there. Who is that? It comes back on. Turns out, return of Matt freaking Cavey, who got taken out by Mark Williams. He was on the injured reserve. He comes back. He takes the Money in the Bank. Now I'm on my toes. I'm like, oh shit, he's back. He's fucking back. You know, I'm in front of my computer. I'm like, Matt fucking Cavey. I'm like a fucking. You know, it was awesome. It was very cool, and it was awesome to see. I'm very glad he did it that way. And then the last match. Oh, the last match was Skullhead versus Dynamite. I went out of fucking order. I'm so sorry. But the last match, Skullhead beats Dynamite, and then during that match, believe it or not, the way this match ended is how it was awesome because all you hear is the Dora the Explorer theme song. And I'm like, that can only be one man. That can only be one man. And then his theme song plays, which is the Thomas the Tank Engine theme song. Special Jack comes out. Now this gimmick is a special ed gimmick.
That is
he was sent away.
Genius.
Special Jack has been off camera. He's been sent away to go finish special education. He comes back. I guess he finished special ed, and Skullhead wins the match. Then he then beats Dynamite. And next thing I heard, Dynamite was released. So, but I mean, it was an awesome show. It was one of my favorite shows by then. It was a very good step up. I mean, it was a very good step up. It was awesome. I encourage him to do a lot more. I'm going to keep watching, and I can't wait to do the next one. And I know they can't wait to review this next show we got coming up. Probably before Wednesday, Thursday, around that time it'll be up. But it's awesome. Now into the questions.
All right, so let's see what we got here. Please do. Okay, Mr. Tyler Emerson, YTJ 1100. Goldest. That is awesome. That is great. Goldest. Super duper.
Who the hell is Jones?
Jones does a fine job already.
Oh, he watches. All right.
All right, there we go.
Burberry Jones does awesome.
Oh, Burberry Jones. That's awesome. I've heard, Tyler Emerson, I've heard why F decided not to be a wrestler. Why doesn't Cam train and be a legitimate wrestler?
Well, little do you know is that maybe Cameron Jackson isn't trained to become a legit wrestler. Maybe.
You never know.
You never know. Maybe I sit in my backyard all day and watch people train to become. I don't know. Nah. It's definitely a big thought in my head. Definitely a very big thought in my head. Thanks. That's an awesome question.
Baron Bishop. Actually, I'll get to that in just a second because that's going to be a little bit. RW, to your opinion, who is the hottest WWE diva today?
I'm a black man.
Well,
and my name is Cameron. I love that little girl, Cameron. Oh, I want to just. Oh,
Cameron?
Have you seen the bottom on that thing?
Bottom, I would think Naomi more so for the bottom.
Naomi's face is too strong structured. She can go like this, and she looks like she belongs on Mount Rushmore. You know what I mean? It's not right. But Cameron, I want to just. Ooh.
Me, I'm old school. I think paleness is purity. I gotta say, Paige.
It's just one of those. Just.
Oh yeah, right. Undertaker eyes. Me, I'm paleness is purity. I gotta go with Paige.
All right, next question.
All right. I go for those dark hair, pale British girls.
See,
Matt Radcliffe. My very first job was with the.
No, we're good. We're gonna go with.
Okay.
Swagger and Rusev thoughts.
They needed to do it for Jack. Actually, up before that,
we hated Jack Swagger.
Jack Swagger before tonight because.
And believe it or not, that really wasn't even really Swagger's turn. That was actually Coulter's turn. Believe it or not.
Yeah, it really was. But no, they were really rooting crazy for Swagger because
that was, believe it or not, we even sat here and did We the People when we saw that.
Oh yeah.
I just wanted to see that fucking guy go down.
In my opinion, I thought that was louder than any chant they've ever had, and that was louder than. That We the People was louder than any chant I've heard in my WWE career. That was louder than any I've heard.
You have a WWE career.
Oh, I botched my lines. All right, you know what I mean. In my WWE viewing career. Yeah, right? Oh, yeah, maybe Lips can get signed. So
they already have Goldust and Stardust. They don't want Lips.
They don't need 4 freak shows.
All right, so back to the next. Now, what was Radcliffe saying?
The fourth being,
Oh, yeah. Radcliffe.
Kane. So,
believe it or not, Adam Rose is doing a good job of that.
Adam Rose, yeah, definitely doing good.
But the segment between Santino and Adam Rose, the Twisted Tea, believe it or not, it was awesome. Listen, I hate to say it like this.
That reminds me.
I usually don't go for the goof stuff anymore.
Our official theme song for All Out Survival.
It's the same theme song they're using for Battleground.
But we recorded it Sunday and just picked the song the week before. Now all of a sudden Raw. Oh, by the way, the theme is Jungle, and I'm like, and they're already giving me enough heat for the WWE Shop thing. I'm like, no one listens to WWE Shop. Oh, and Cam sees the commercial for WWE Shop, and I'm like, I know, shut up. And
But then it comes on Battleground.
Then it comes on Battleground, and he's looking at me just like, and I'm just, I know, shut up. Shut up.
Next year.
All right, so that's what we got for that.
All right, my very first job was with a BCW. I didn't even last 6 months. Lack of communication to this day. Chairman Ronnie Brady hates my guts. I have no comment on that. I don't know Ronnie Brady and Baron Bishop, and she married.
Paige or Cameron?
Probably Cameron. Ain't Paige like 12?
Paige is 21. There's no way she's married.
She can marry me.
She can marry me. You don't even like her. I'll have her valet Creed her lips anytime. To Tyler Emerson, for what I've seen, you've got a legitimate talent to do it, man. I would love to be able to see you, man.
Yo, really, that means a lot to me, Mr. Emerson. Thank you so much, bro.
With all the mans in those comments, he could pull off the Chip Dank gimmick. But, you know, I love it, though. Super duper. I like this guy. You know, he sounds like a really, you know, I would sign him. If you had to use a new finisher for UWE, one you never used before, what would it be? How about what a great fucking question? I mean, pardon my French. That is an awesome question. It depends. I mean, Cam, if you had to pick
Don't put it on me. You answer it first.
All right. Well,
I don't know.
Well, you got the Afro Shock.
I never got to really hit it too much.
For every Creed, that is a great question. Because I'd use the Nightshade, which is double knee face buster,
which is the code breaker,
really. And I also use the Genesis device, which is a modified version of the high angle cloverleaf. That is really tough. I don't know what I would use for Creed. One you never used before. What would it be? Forever Creed. I really don't know. If I could perfect it, maybe my finisher and call. Maybe the Dehumanizer. I mean, I really.
The McGillicudder wouldn't be bad. You're right.
The McGillicudder, you know, the one Curtis Axel's old move, for the Dehumanizer, that would be great. And you know, I'm thinking even when I come back, you know, like I maybe, you know, I have no idea. I mean, you might even see it. You might see it at All Out Survival. You might see a new move come from my wing, but now,
you know what? Yeah, the finisher that I probably would want, but I just can't. I mean, when I never would use before. I mean, I would never be able to do it because of my size compared to everybody else here. It would probably be a Tiger Bomb because you usually don't see that as a finisher.
You never see that.
So I'll probably do that because
for Cameron Jackson.
But I mean, obviously, I couldn't do it. It's just the size; it doesn't add up.
Yeah,
you know, I like to tell a story of size.
Yeah, I remember actually you used it one time on me, way back in like 2011, like when it was like your first finisher, Tiger Bomb, and you nailed it. We nailed the move.
Oh, it was nasty with it, man.
Yeah, that was nice.
But now for both of you, from Mr. Emerson, Tyler Emerson.
What are gimmicks you both thought of or wanted to see, but you couldn't personally pull it off yourselves? Oh, well, this is simple. We had a two, actually. One for Cameron. Cameron's is a character he created that is a lot like the Mr. Rogers character. It's the neighborhood nice guy, and his name would be Mr. K. So picture a guy with, like, you know, I guess, like, really, you know, combed hair, sweater vest, you know, maybe tan slacks, and he talks like, you know, hello there, neighbor.
Yeah, you know, just so nice and smooth. Like, so nice. It's so nice that it's creepy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like, but I can't do it. You know what I mean? He can't do it.
No.
We need a new guy to come in and take that away.
And you know, music wouldn't even hit. And you know, just you come out and you see him in the chair planning his plan. Petting his plant. That's what I should say. Petting his plant. That's what he's doing. Freaking gardenia. He's just like, hello there, neighbor. You know, he's got a cat in his, in his arm.
I know.
And we're gonna, do this match. We're gonna wrestle it up, lock it up, real nice. But first, let's tie our shoes. Really like weird. If I had to think of one that I would never use, that I, just can't pull off right now.
What the hell's the URL?
This, no idea actually. Check the actual page.
You have a URL for these things.
I have no idea. First one would be the Sadistic Clown, because...
Copy that.
Okay. The Sadistic Clown, that's the first one. I don't know if I would name him Sadisto or Bleedo.
How do I get this back to
or Mr. Bonkers. How do you do what?
Get that back to normal size so I can go on Facebook. I need that.
Oh, I have... let me see. Maybe that.
Fuck you.
Go ahead,
keep going.
I would definitely either do Mr. Bonkers or Bleedo or Sadisto the Clown. That's definitely one. The other The other one would probably be the Psychotic Magician, and that would be known as the Great Malenko. So, you know, that character is just the ringmaster. The ringmaster, Great Malenko. He would come out, he would have, you know, a top hat, and he would have, you know, just a really creepy look to him, but he looks like a ringmaster. Comes out with the cane, you know, just definitely could pull it off nicely. I would definitely pull off the great Malenko. I would definitely love to see that. As far as a finisher, as like, you know, finisher that I haven't seen before, if I would think for one is Lips. Yeah, that's a tough one. Lips, I mean, that's
Pasted it.
very difficult. Pasted. Oh yeah, well, folks, if you're kind of unsure what we're doing here, we're actually inviting the BEW's The Bad Read. He will be joining this live stream momentarily, so that'll definitely be interesting to see the three of us here. But most certainly, yeah, I know. What do you follow on Facebook, bro?
Oh,
so,
man, hookers.
There you go. So I definitely, you know, I would definitely like to see that. Now, if I could pick another UWE superstar and add him a finisher, I would definitely give Eric the Diamond Cutter. I don't know why it would look so good on him. Not the RKO, the Diamond Cutter. Just Eric just so easily just, you know, drop him. You know, I would love it. Here we go. Adam Rose. This is from Baron Bishop. Adam Rose. I love him in the hat. He looks like Mad Hatter, like a weird, like, you know, modern day Mad Hatter. Baron says Naomi. The Creed Cross. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Actually, though, the Creed Cross is pretty much the crossroads. Right now, Nick Somas has a maneuver that's like an inverted crossroads. That's kind of like his move. So I really, you know.
Right now, we're just going to call it first spinning neck breaker, and I think we're being joined.
I believe so. We are being joined by none other than the Bad Read. What's going on, Mr. Myron?
I'm just good, Joe. What's up?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, I see you got your Tupac gear on, looking like a light skin, even lighter skin Chris Brown.
There you go.
You look good. God bless me.
Look at this. That fan is tripping me out, bro. I love it. That fan, I mean, you can cut promos in there, you know. Definitely looking good. Let's see what we got for these comments. Super Duper, thanks for the love, gents. Now, since voice acting is a passion of mine, I have to ask, what is Jack Thomas's biggest inspiration for commentary?
Oh, that's me. That's me.
Would you? Jack Thomas's biggest inspiration in commentary. Two people. Jim Ross is one. Because Jim Ross, you know, definitely, in my opinion, he is just simply the voice of the WWE. I love Michael Cole, but nobody does it like Jim Ross. And second would actually have to be Shani Calera, Nathan Scott, because I was watching him when he was doing TXW stuff, and, you know, I just realized how good he sounded on commentary. I always told him he has a natural breed for the commentary, so it made me want to do it. And then I started doing it in the Backyard Wrestling, and, you know, all of a sudden they wanted me to do it in Claw, and I did it there, and then
all right,
it was really a lot of fun.
Now we got fire, push, keep the same. Who would I fire? Number one, the top guy, the guy at the top of the list, Ray Khali, goodbye. I would fire him in a heartbeat. Push? Who would I push? I mean, well...
Oh, this is for WWE.
Yeah. for starters right now, I mean, I think what we need to see is a little bit more, maybe...
That's tough.
I think a little... wait, what? Wait, hold on. Before I even see that.
Yeah, Matt Radcliffe. I see Sherwood versus Jackson. Do you think this would happen?
Hell no.
Hell to the no.
Sherwood is, what, 11?
Yeah.
And he's not even a real wrestler?
Yeah, there's no way you're going to be seeing Sherwood in the ring anytime soon.
That would mean Cameron Jackson's about to retire, because I'll be on my way out.
So who would you push?
I would push me. And I'll push.
That's tough.
Fuck, I don't know.
I don't know. They're doing a pretty good job of it right now.
They're really all right.
Keep the same.
I mean, I was gonna say push Paddy Barrett, but we'll see when he comes back.
And then
Push Ziggler.
Ziggler's not a bad choice. Not a bad
yeah,
choice.
Ziggler definitely. Dolph Ziggler. I mean, I'm indifferent about Dolph Ziggler. You know, I like his charisma. I like his style. I like his in-ring abilities. But I see a lot of former talent in Ziggler, which is also why I don't think they're pushing the Miz. You see a lot of Shawn Michaels. You see a lot of badass Billy Gunn. A lot of people you don't want to see a two-piece on, as well as the Miz. You know, the Miz, he's got The Rock, he's got Ric Flair, and you know it's just going to be hard to be that kind of a character launched when it's already been done before. That's why they're trying to push guys like Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt because it's like, oh yeah, he's like, oh, he's not really like anybody. He's got his own way, and so that's, you know, that's what I see about that. Myron, who would you
Oh shit, they were talking about the Shield.
Oh, they were talking about the Shield?
They were talking about meaning Rollins, Reigns, and Ambrose. Oh, I wouldn't fire any of the three.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Well, that makes things easier.
I wouldn't fire any of the three. I'd stick with pushing Reigns right now.
Yeah.
And Ambrose I'd keep the same, but I wouldn't fire Seth.
Yeah, I mean, if you had to put the gun to my head, I would have to fire Seth. Like,
no, I wouldn't.
But
Are you an idiot?
Hold the fucking
Are you kidding me? Are you fucking retarded?
I got a gun to my head on this one. I wouldn't fire anybody there. I would not fire anybody in that equation. But, I mean, if you had to fire somebody, I mean, I really don't know. They're all good. It puts me in the hardest predicament. It's the hardest situation.
If you talk about good matches, if you want great matches, you need Seth Rollins.
Yeah, you do. And you know what? The feud he's having with Dean Ambrose right now, it's going to go all the way to SummerSlam. I love it. I really, you know.
Yeah.
And originally before Seth turned, I kind of felt like he had the most to prove because he steals the show on the matches, but what is he going to do as far as a character goes? And then they had him turn on Shield. I was like, there you go. He's set. And now he's Mr. Money in the Bank. He almost cashed in tonight, too.
Well, I knew he wasn't going to cash in.
You know, that was nuts. I was just like, whoa, you know. But then, yeah, I know, yeah, Dean Ambrose. Yeah, I mean, who would I push? You know, it's tough. Baron Bishop. He's the love child of Billy Gunn and Shawn Michaels. That's for Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, well,
yeah. Tyler Emerson. Seth would be the best on the Indies. Seth would be the best on the Indies.
For these wrestlers nowadays, I want to tell them to stop stealing Edge and Lita's makeout spot. Everybody just eating each other's faces. Oh my God.
That's Edge and Lita.
I mean,
Fandango's doing it. Dolph Ziggler.
You would have had to get the fucking bulldozer to fucking pull Ziggler out of Summer Rae's mouth tonight. Jesus Christ.
Ziggler, I feel like Ziggler needs the valet. I really do. I feel he needs the.
It looks better on him.
It looks better on a valet. He's the guy that needs a valet. You know, God forbid, you know, Paul Heyman comes out. I can't even. Jack Swagger got a great pop. Jack Swagger got a great pop, and I like the babyface turn. Crowd rooted for Swagger louder than anybody else besides Jericho that night. And I just, you know. Well, actually, you know what, Myron, what's your opinion on the whole thing that happened earlier tonight with Chris Jericho and Bray Wyatt in the Miz? I don't know if I think he's trying to reconnect. Just don't reconnect. There you can see. Little did you know.
Question, please.
I'll repeat the question. Little did you know, Bad Rig is the United States champion. Okay. What was your opinion on the Miz segment where Chris Jericho and Bray Wyatt interrupted?
Well, they needed something for Wyatt to do, and I was like, please don't be Sheamus.
Thank you. Oh man, thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking. You're praying it ain't Sheamus, and I'm just like, Bray can do it, but it's bringing him down. They brought back Jericho. I'm like, all right, Jericho Miz SummerSlam. Book it. Awesome match.
Oh, by the way, guys,
you know something else that would be pretty sick?
And then Bray comes out. I'm like, holy crap! I was in tears. I'm like, this guy's better.
Yeah, this fucking guy was crying on his knees on the floor.
Oh my God! It was like.
But if you guys haven't done so, I know some of you Paul guys haven't done so. Check out the BEW Network. You will find our guest, the Bad Read, going against guys from the most popular on YouTube. Backyard Wrestling Company, UWE, you'll find one of the best matches of all time in all of wrestling. Him versus Cage. It was an awesome match.
Yeah, AK-47 was like
I love the fucking ending. I love the ending. I mean,
AKL, the bad read didn't like it.
I know a lot of people have been kissing your ass badly, which should happen after something like that.
I think I know who it's on.
But how do you feel about your upcoming feud or whatever you got going on with AK-47?
You know, it's gonna be more intense.
This should be good.
Well, so
He's
I
more
wonder
hard
now
hitting than Cage. High flying. You gotta worry about his.
I wonder how.
You see, if you watch that, if you go back and
All
watch
right,
the match,
hear
you can
you.
see I had almost a counter to every move he done, and that's because when I started wrestling, I emulated him and I studied up everything he did, and then I made my own twist to it. You know what I'm saying? And then it was at first it was like I want to be like Cage, then it was like I want to be better than Cage. Now it's like I'm better than Cage.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a good way to put it. You know, that's exactly. You know, you want to be just like Cage. Want to be, want to be better, and then you are. Then it's all the time I am better. So it's just.
That's awesome. I mean, we definitely enjoyed watching that. Definitely enjoyed the ending of it. And a lot of people, like I said, are against the ending of it, but people don't realize when you have something that big.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't just have somebody's character die in the ending. You don't need a twist to it. I think it was the perfect twist, right? I think whoever made up that ending was a genius idea.
Some Dusty Rhodes come up with. It really is. It was a great, very entertaining. And I was wondering. I was watching the match with Cam, and I was like, how is this gonna end? Like, I'm a big Cage fan, big Bad Reed fan. I'm like, I don't want to, I'm thinking maybe a double count out, you see a part 2, but then I see somebody come in, I'm like, who the hell is AK? And I'm just like, oh, I could work, I mean,
I was honestly thinking, I was like, if the Bad Reed loses this was all for nothing. I was ready to.
Oh yeah, he was going nuts.
Getting
Yeah, he was, and I kind of was too a little bit, because you gravitate towards the heel, so. You're kind of hoping it, but it's still a great match. Even if Cage did pull off the win, it's still a 5-star performance. But they just came with the ending. You didn't see. Oh yeah, let's yeah, right. Let's check out these comments. Wow, we gotta go up.
right there.
Dean is the best now. Dean's very good. He's got.
Awesome.
That doesn't see it. I don't know why, but I like Dean. Reigns would sell tickets with his look. He looks like he could play Thor in a couple of movies.
He could have been Hercules with the Rock.
Yeah. Chris Copeland could have even played the role.
Chris Copeland's the man.
He is. I gotta give him credit. That's because he's some Baron. That's because he's Samoan.
It seems like no one's.
Wait, what's up?
It seems like no one's recognizing Seth Rollins. Now
somebody said Seth would do best in the end. But I like Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
I think it was the right timing for him to do what they did with him. You couldn't have done anything else. It can only go up from where he's at now.
Full on effing wrestling says they say laughter is the best medicine, so if you keep laughing at people in wheelchairs.
Now, I tell this to everybody, but tell me this wouldn't be it'd be the dopest way to do WrestleMania. Your main event. All right, so you have Seth Rollins champion. You have Roman Reigns win the title somewhere after SummerSlam. Then you have Dean Ambrose win the Rumble.
Oh shit.
So then you have Elimination Chamber. Roman Reigns is the champion, so he wins. Rollins cashes in. You got WrestleMania. Dean Ambrose versus Rollins versus Ambrose. Versus Reigns.
All 3 members of the Shield.
I would do that, but I wouldn't do that. I'd do that in about 3 or 4 years once they all got huge build. Because now it's just like Flash and Titans. They all went their separate ways and they're all back. Who's the best guy?
Dude, around this time next year, dude, they'll be the top 3 in WWE.
They're gonna be up there. They're gonna be up there. Here's my theory. Well, Jericho's the monkey wrench because he needs his lights out. They're going to be in Silicon Valley, which is Levi Stadium, which is going to be all the way on the West Coast in an outdoor stadium. Now, it doesn't get dark until the last match. So there's only 2 people that need the lights out for a match at WrestleMania. Bray Wyatt, and this is before the Jericho return, Bray Wyatt and The Undertaker. So I had an idea thinking, well, if they're going to have these 2 at WrestleMania, they got to do it at the last match, and it's got to be each other. So if I'm thinking if there's going to be a last match at WrestleMania, it's going to be Undertaker's last match, and he's going to do it against Bray Wyatt.
But I don't even want to see Undertaker wrestle anymore at WrestleMania because of what happened already.
I don't either.
But it's just, you want to, even though he did lose at WrestleMania, you still want him to go out on a high note. You really want Undertaker's career to be that, though? Like,
he could have went 100-0 and I would have been happy. 101, I would have been pissed. At 21-1, I'm still pissed. I don't like one. I don't like the and one. It don't work for me. It's done. It's over.
But you know what? You gotta rewrite them.
Now you gotta rewrite Jesus Christ, dude.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Emerson, I know, and now throughout your guys' backyard wrestling careers, what part of being a backyard wrestler has been the hardest to adapt to? Whether it be promos, selling, etc. The hardest thing to adapt to in being a backyard wrestler, honestly, and 100% I will say this, is honestly getting people to do certain ideas. That's it. It's getting people to do certain things. Because there's some people that will kill their character and kill your character in the process and will look shitty on camera and they will be 100% okay with that. Like, I'm just like, what the fuck? That's the hardest thing for me. Selling is always came easy. I always do above and beyond on selling. Promos, they come natural. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm the best there ever was, but it just comes natural to me. The wrestling, I'm not the world's best wrestler, but you know what? I do pretty good as well in there. I do a little bit of both. You know what I mean?
I just, if I have to think of what was the hardest thing to adapt to, you have the X in the head. Because there's some people that still have that ego. They still have that, I just want to do what's best for my character.
And brother Myron, you gotta echo over there. You gotta echo if you could throw on some earbuds maybe because it's feeding.
Well, right now I think it might. Right now he's holding his title. All right, there we go.
All right, go over here.
All right. But I definitely I think some people just don't realize yet. What's best for your character is not always dominating the scene, not always winning. And, that's not always best. If Litz was dominant and winning all the time, then it's like, what's the point of the whole creep thing? I understand if you're a 300-pound genetic freak like Brock Lesnar, or in this case, Rusev, but, it just doesn't work for everybody. It doesn't work for a lot of people.
Like, you're like, damn, here that motherfucker go.
Hey, so let me turn it upside down. But
what is going on over there, bro?
Comic view.
I looked at him, he looked at me, he's like, oh yeah. Then he gonna turn on the siren. You can just watch what's about to be some shit in the game.
Yo, that was
exactly how it sounded. I'm like, is he playing with the siren?
The nigga's hilarious.
That's what the GP.
Okay. This where the bitch live, huh? It was funny when he was talking about the African lady. He was like, "It smelled like gator dick."
Oh my god.
Good like that.
We got still a lot of comments.
All right. Do you think clean matches
I got right back on the highway. I said that wasn't my stop. That wasn't my stop. And you can hear the cop get mad. Pull over! No!
If there's one,
Hey, my bad for cutting you off, but I was thinking about the question that the fan asked you, and you guys both answered, and you were like, you don't think you're the best on promos, but you're not, the best in the ring or whatever, and it comes naturally on the promo.
I think I am the best at how I portray the outsider gimmick, the outside, the intrusion gimmick. Like I have my own side community. I'm the best at it. That's what the best. That's what I try to be the best at. I don't try to, Mr. Out wrestling.
And perhaps he'll allow me to leave.
No, that's not.
He came into my window, rolled like one of the good evening, sir. He looked at me and said, that's your old shit. Here we go. Then he started speaking a language he couldn't understand. Look at it. I call him out here. I ain't even that come. Wait, what you just say? I call him out here.
So we have what are you guys reading a question?
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah, we got a couple of questions here.
Could you turn on that down for me?
I didn't know what to say.
If there's one intangible you would want for wrestling,
That's what I love. I love that we can laugh at culture.
I would definitely
That's
love
what makes things so beautiful. Let me tell you something. In Atlanta, it's not just like the Puerto
Yeah,
Ricans.
that's
No. It's the pure
I would
Mexicans
definitely love to
that have taken over Atlanta. Oh my God.
I love it.
Oh, they done took over all the line cutting jobs.
That's
Oh no,
true.
the Mexicans. It's all
You got about $1 million.
full on effing
Back in the day, a black man used to be able to
Mr.
go
No
get his lawnmower
Better
and put him in the back of the truck.
Yeah, right.
Them Mexicans came in and took over that shit.
all time or no?
And they got it because they up at 5 in the morning. Niggas
Right.
ain't getting up at 5 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Man, we just coming in from the after hour.
What'd he say?
Roman Reigns to have Emerson, that's a good point. I want Roman Reigns to have a gladiator meeting with Roman God. That would be pretty sick. Put him like
Look at the Mexican got fertilizer on his head. Goddamn birds be pissed off. Then they take them
Yeah.
blowers and blow dirt back.
All right. So let me put my input on this question that you guys answered earlier. I was thinking about it. So you have a point there. I don't think that I'm the best on the mic. I know I'm not the best in backyard wrestling on the mic. You know, I mean, I can work on the mic. You know, I can cut a promo. I can cut a good promo. I can cut a great promo. But I'm not the best on the mic by far. I can name some guys off the top of my head that I think have better mic skills than me. Cage has better mic skills than me. I think AK-47 has better mic skills than me. I think Chris Copeland has better mic skills than me. I think that Brother Cam has better mic skills than me. And that's just how I feel about it. But when it comes to in-ring work, I don't think there's nobody in backyard wrestling that can hang with me. And that's just how I feel about it.
You definitely have the in-ring credibility. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
If Mr. Myers would have a couple fans who would turn Mr. Arnett down, they can't hear us.
That's what I thought I heard.
Yeah.
They're laughing their ass off at Arnett. They can't hear Brother Cam.
You don't get out here talking on them. First of all, don't get out here. I said, man, what you want, man? You scared the shit out of me. I said, man, what you want, man? You do a lot better job of what they can do. You do a whole lot better.
I can do a whole lot better than what they can do.
Your motherfucking ass on my goddamn yard. I got Jose, nigga. Your name is
No, you got me in front of this computer. You don't know how to work
Ain't nobody chasing cut nobody's grass no more. Getting out like a slave, I can do a whole lot better. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him talking.
Can we
I'm gonna tell everybody now, from here on out, I'm done playing around in these promos. I'm about to start bringing it in my promos and stuff now on to instill inside of everyone that I'm serious, you know, about this feud with AK-47. This is serious. I got screwed out of the biggest match of my career, so I got to take this as serious as possible and stop playing around with it. So.
All right, awesome. Mr. Reed, we actually have another request for you to turn down Mr. Arnett's deck.
And they looking for you. So you take it home for dinner. It's some bullshit.
All right, thank you.
Oh my god, I love it. That just made this stream. I'm telling you, man.
Now, where the hell do I look at Little Myron? Actually, no.
Oh, here, I got it.
No, hold on, wait. We gotta go back and answer.
Yeah.
All right. Screw that. We got that. Who is that comedian? That comedian is Arnez J. Stand-up comedy is my shit as well. And now I see the magic water in the backyard. Can y'all share? What the? Wait, time out. Listen, y'all ain't. No, he was talking about the liquor back there.
Turn out the comedy. Oh. I see the magic water in the back. Taking off back. Another liquor. Yeah, right? No.
I feel like a little white girl.
You know, I'm so wasted, you know. No one's gonna want me. That's where I come in. Like, how you doing, you know? That's what I'm you know, the no having reject. You know, who are you? The backyard wrestler, you know? Alright, there we go. Alright, yeah. RNSJ got, you know, we're good now with the RNSJ. But,
Alright, now listen. I want to tell you guys a story that's real key to my life. And Myron, I don't know if I told you this. One time, actually, you know what? After WrestleMania 29, the night after WrestleMania 29, myself, Evergreen, and TJ.
oh my god, yes!
And TJ Sakara went to Monday Night Raw live at the Izod Center in my home state of New Jersey, where Dolph Ziggler cashed in and became the WWE champion. World Heavyweight Champion. So, whatever the case, show happens, great show, we're leaving, we're in the parking lot. We see Teddy Long hanging out with R-Truth and none other than Tensai. Tensai's in the car with some weird golf looking hat on. R-Truth is standing outside the car on the phone, and Teddy Long's waiting to get in the car. And so, you know, we know how Teddy Long likes the whole like the tag team match thing. So Everett has the great idea to stick his head out the window. And
I roll down the window.
He goes, Teddy, tonight will be a tag team match, player. And he looks at us without missing a beat. He goes, yes, it will. And
amazing. My dad was driving. I was in the passenger seat, and Cam and TJ were in there. And I see Teddy Long. I'm like, oh my god, once in a lifetime opportunity. I'm taking advantage of it. I only live once. So, push the button, roll down the window. Hey, Teddy! I get his attention. Tonight will be a tag team match, player. He looks at me dead in my eyes. Yes, it will. And totally gets the joke. And that was great. I remember Paul Bearer, God rest his soul. A fan was actually in the parking lot with him, you know, and the fan says, "Oh, Paul, what's up, man? Give me 5. It's my birthday." And Paul said, "Give me 5 inches." I was lost in my mind. It's on YouTube. Oh my god. Let's check the questions out. Oh man, definitely great. Dream. Okay. Dream match.
Hey, I have a question to everybody.
Go ahead.
To all the fans out there.
All right. What's your?
Which one of you want to see the midget Jason Walker go one-on-one with Drew Hood?
Yeah, I'm glad you actually reminded me of that, cause I'm. Oh, well, what'd you do?
Go ahead. You're there. You're good.
Okay.
Is this
Jason Walker? Now, you know, for the call. He's, you know, very popular.
CCW.
Yeah, very popular CCW superstar, and Jason Walker doesn't appreciate, you know, his previous credentials, all that. And the promo begins with a picture of Drew Hood's actual girlfriend. I don't know if it's on stage or real life. I think it's probably both. And it's what? Oh, what do you want me to do? I'll paste it. Okay. So the promo starts with a picture of his girlfriend, and the picture is burning. And it's Drew Hood. My bad. It's Jason Walker in the garage, in his garage or some kind of tool shed, and he just has this dark promo of, you know, he mixes so many weird, oddball characters from a lot of comic films and all that kind of stuff, but it looks original. That's the best part. And pretty much calls out Drew Hood. And Drew Hood responds, and he does it almost in a way like trying to one-up Jason Walker, and it looked great. And then Drew Hood had started talking, and I was like, you know, I loved it, but the voice, you know, to me, it was, you know, yeah. Like,
I'm gonna tell you something, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen here, brother.
Like
his voice sounds like he just stepped out of a clown car, bro. It just sounds,
but that could work for him. You know, that's the thing.
I think that Jason Walker and DeAndre sounds the same.
Oh, wow.
They do kind of, actually.
DeAndre. Jack Andrews, the one and only. I mean, you know, I definitely like it, though. And if they ever collide, it's a match I'm going to definitely watch. It's definitely a match that Cam's going to watch. Definitely interesting. There was another...
Wait, I'm not going to watch that.
Well, there was a...
You know what I'm going to watch? I'm going to watch when further down the road, Brother Cam straps up his nice shoes, gets into his car, picks his hair back, rolls his window down, drives down to Georgia, and stomps out the Bad Reed. That's what I'm going to watch.
Oh, boy. There we go. Dream match, Tyler Emerson, dream match between you and any wrestler ever.
No, I'm just joking, Bad Reed. I ain't going to stomp you out.
Yeah, right? Dream match between me and any wrestler ever? Oh, man.
If I had to have a dream match, I'm
Cameron Jackson.
For this. I would go one-on-one with none other than Cameron Jackson.
There you go.
That guy is amazing.
There you go.
I would go one-on-one with AJ Styles.
Okay.
That is a match I would love to see. That's definitely going to be entertaining.
Yeah, I'd be in the front row with popcorn all over my stomach. I'd just be,
Everett Creed. Now, if we had a time traveler, I would go back and I would definitely do Everett Creed versus Shawn Michaels. Oh, my God. I would love to wrestle Shawn Michaels. I would love to have a match with him because you just know he's going to do his part. And, you know, I'm definitely going to do the best of my part. That's for Everett Creed. Dream match for Lips and The Undertaker.
Oh.
That would just be amazing. Lips and The Undertaker. Daisy probably would not want to wrestle Undertaker or Kane or...
Daisy's, you know, if he had to have a match...
Daisy and Hazard.
Yeah, Daisy and Hazard would be...
That would be great. Either him or
That's a very good idea, too.
I'd put Daisy in
or Daisy and Black Crow.
That would
Daisy and
look
Black
good.
Crow would be nice.
I'd put him in with the gobbledygooker.
As a matter of fact, Daisy left something.
Black Crow should have beat Hazard.
Let's see here. Name a match not involving Jericho. Hard to read the questions on two and peanut butter. No, they didn't think that one over.
Look at this. Look at this. Daisy just leaves everything everywhere, man. Everything. It's just... Could you believe something that stands so big and is so huge, that's so jacked and got like a huge six-pack can ball up into something this small?
Yeah, right.
Daisy.
Baron, hey, Canada drinking age is 19. Australia has none. Australia doesn't have a drinking age. BCW Wrestling. Hey, bro, add me in this shit. Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's fun.
The Yes It Will story. I remember this. I told Emerson that a while back. Yo, Ev.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
Brother Bad Reed. Brother Bad Reed's about to continue to watch this RNSJ, so Brother Bad Reed's gonna watch from the outside in the comment section and add his questions in here. So I'm gonna catch y'all later. So add Mark Williams in here so I can terrorize him.
There you go.
Pimpin'. Thanks for joining.
Good seeing you, man.
Thanks
awesome.
for joining.
RNSJ, that was awesome. That took the show. That was just so It originally started as like a technical difficulty, and it just got
funny and funny.
It just got funnier and funnier. Let's see. Ev, me and you met in person at Mania 29. Yeah, me and Tyler Emerson met at WrestleMania 29. First two people in call to really do that. I still win. I've stared down the Big Show eye to eye.
My thoughts on Reed versus Crow. My thoughts on Reed versus Pros, it was an awesome match. The Bad Reed doesn't disappoint. Just like he said, he is the best in-ring competitor in backyard wrestling. I'll give him that.
Tyler Emerson knows his stuff. You ever check out ESW?
I love ESW.
ESW definitely.
But they are a bunch of hardcore freaks. They're a well-edited program, but they are a bunch of hardcore freaking freaks.
They are the ECW of backyard wrestling. And there's two characters that really stand out to me the most. I mean, obviously you think,
conductor.
Well, the conductor, that's one of them, and he's just amazing.
The conductor and Alex G, I have to say, no, Austin G is the way he talks. Austin G now, if you ever see his promos, he's like, Alex, I want the belt from you. It's just so funny.
I love the little video, like what was it, like the movie they made about with Johnny Grimm. That was sick. Johnny Grimm is the other one. That's
my other favorite is the Juggalo, Wicked J. He's got the face paint. He's always whoop whoop. He's actually went against the conductor at their latest event, which is from the backyard to the ring. But you had to be there live to see it. How the hell they expect me in Bayshore, New York, to go all the way down to Somerset, Texas, and watch?
Know your shit.
You know what I mean? Like, are you kidding me? Old School Giddens came back.
Old School Giddens.
I didn't get to watch it because they did it live. They won't put it on YouTube. Maybe you should edit it, upload to YouTube so we can watch, comment, like, subscribe, something like that. But they won't do it.
Oh, and there you have it. Yeah, but I definitely, Old School Giddens, cool guy. Let's see. Yeah, dude, little Austin G grew up.
Do.
Yeah, he did. He's a team. I think he's a heel corporate champ. That's very true. He definitely is. Super Duper. Wow, congrats to him. He was pretty good cruiserweight early on. Yeah, he was.
He was.
Definitely grew up and, his sack dropped and, he definitely became a heavyweight.
I just love the way he stole Triple H's. The Rock used to make fun of Triple H with the tonight.
Yeah.
He just took it made it his own. Alexa. It's so gay, but it's awesome.
It's good. And then who could forget the Austin G punch combo? He
does his punch combo now where he just 1, 2, 3, bitch. He turns again.
I love it. Amazing.
I don't have space to do it. Obviously, I can do it better.
Just forget. And then goes back. Just the swing just makes it work.
But I think I have the best punch in all of backyard wrestling. I'm the only person to take this punch from Street Fighter. I use the Hadouken punch, and I just lay down my enemies. I don't know where Mark Williams is.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Probably having some kind of connection or something like that. See what we have. Tyler Emerson. I've always loved their hardcore rumbles and MOD. Yeah,
MOD is actually very good.
Definitely. Their hardcore rumbles were sick. I remember watching that.
MOD is actually one of my favorites too. I should have said that.
Ev, if you had the guy, would you make Relum in the UWE?
We tried and it won't work again.
Yeah, we tried doing Relum, but right now we want to really put the attention on Lips. But, on the latest Lockdown, we saw an episode where Jimmy Javino, who is the bass player for local band Ashes in the Sky, played the Relum character, and it just didn't, reach up to the heights that it did in CCE. And, it was, we tried, and I definitely wanted to get some bulk under Lips, but you know what? It's all right. I mean, you got to do Relum, you got to do it right. And, I just didn't think Jimmy... He had a very masculine personality. I'm sure he didn't want to have the whole mask and the not the weird the freaky outfit, but some kind of demonic outfit with the eyeshadow. I'm sure he wasn't down for that. So if you're gonna do Relum, you got to do it all out. It's either all out or nothing. Even though he is the less freakier brother of the two, Relum's still got to be an all out character, or else it's not gonna work. Brother Ken will be right back. I think he just took a quick smoke break. See if we got any comments here. Yes. Japanese deathmatch, barefoot, broken glass, lemons everywhere. I'm sure Adam Rose won't like it then. And salt. Mr. Fuji will. MOD versus Jigga Nigga was a sick as fuck match. Syringe full of lemon juice shoved through MOD's cheek and squirted shit. That match also had a thumbtack, bat, and spear. Yeah, those guys are nuts. I mean, ESW, got to definitely check them out. I'll probably leave them a little tag, maybe even message them in here, tell them they got to give them a shout out. And, they just really had me going. They really did some unbelievable hardcore spots. And it was never, to me, a match with those guys. It was a fight. Every time. It was just a fight. And... if anybody has the rank of, okay, they are the ECW of backyard wrestling, it's ESW. They just really know how to tear it down. I mean, all the time. I mean, I don't know, as far as, like, you know, what's going on currently. I mean, you know, right now the World Cup's getting pretty popular. I think France and Germany won today. Those are my friend Angie's 2 favorite teams. She's definitely probably had a good time with that wins. Some comments here. Super duper. Some pretty intense stuff for sure. Shivers literally. Emerson also meant to ask earlier, will Lips ever go eye to eye with Daisy? And if so, possibly Lips leads Daisy on a path of destruction. That is a good question, because Lips and Daisy are the two sideshow. And when I say sideshow, I don't mean like sidekick. I don't mean the side act. You know, when I say sideshow, it's like freak show. You know, they're the freak shows of the UWE. I mean, you have Lips, who is a demonic transsexual submissive. I said that wrong. A demonic transsexual submissive. And then, you know, because that's got a lot of influence under that character. You have some influences under 50 Shades of Grey. You have some influences off of him from Powerpuff Girls, Little Goldust, Little Bray Wyatt, you know, a lot of Marilyn Manson. And it just, you know, is a very freaky character. Daisy is pretty much based off of Courage the Cowardly Dog, but also has its own twist. You know, it hacked the UWE. It's got a mindset of its own. It's just, it suffers from pantophobia. It's afraid of everything. And, you know, Daisy just, to me, is a very interesting character, and I definitely loved facing him on his, you know, in his in-ring debut at Abomination. So, do I think Lips and Daisy will go at it in the future? You know, it would be interesting, because really, by the way it looks of it, Daisy would be, I mean, he's scared of anything. Just imagine Lips. I mean, that'll scare him 100,000 times more, because Lips scares the hell out of me, and I portray the goddamn character. So if I do think, I mean, if we do see Lips and Daisy in the future, it should be very interesting, to say the least. Let's see what else we got here. Baron, I'd do it, and then I'd walk out in public. Have the meaning of lemon and rosebud. Oh, yeah, let's not do that again. Saying Lips and Daisy are both sideshows is why I think it'd work. Daisy finally has someone who understands him in the terrifying world. Yeah, in a way. I mean, the thing is that they're very different, and yet they're very similar. They're both freaky, they're both sideshows, but the reason why Daisy's a sideshow is because he's afraid of everything. The reason why Lips is a sideshow is because he's turned on by everything. He likes everything. He's, you know, I don't think Lips has ever met something he hasn't liked. Well, he don't like drugs, but the drugs like him. No pun intended. But, you know, I think it'll be a pretty interesting match. I mean, right now, as it looks, Lips is just focused on the Survivalist Coliseum. He's so focused. He's so hungry for that Coliseum. And he just wants to make UWE the freak show. He's not the freak show known as Lips. He represents the freak show. And he's definitely hungry for the Survivalist Coliseum. So, are we going to see Lips and Daisy in the future? If so, it's going to be an interesting bout. Baron will be right back. Tag team dominance, perhaps.
Time out. Who said that?
Emerson asked if Daisy and Lips would ever go at it.
Show me on the camera. I'm good.
That's
Well,
peanut butter.
here's the thing about Daisy and Lips. That's the two biggest weirdos here going against each other. The thing about that is, if we do that too soon, we shoot ourselves in the foot, because one character after that match will have to go. Now, and don't get me wrong, it'll do Daisy some justice to win, but it'll also be a lot. It'll be the win that Lips doesn't need, but the win that Lips has to mark his territory. You know what I mean? So it'll be one of those matches that maybe we can see in the future, but if we do see that in the future, we will definitely see that down the road. It won't be something that you see, you know, in the upcoming months. It might even be, hell, we plan on going for a while. It might even be next year. You know?
Yeah, we're going for quite some time.
So I mean, will it happen? I'm not going to say no, but I'm not promising that it'll happen anytime soon.
And we are trying to do weekly uploads. Like the next episode of Lockdown, I'm really planning. We're going to do commentary tomorrow if my voice clears up 100%, because I was shouting somewhere. I think it was at Emily's party or maybe the show. Probably the show.
Probably drinking. No, you were shouting at me in the show.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah. That's exactly.
The contract signing was off the charts. I think the best one ever done in backyard wrestling, for that matter. If I have never really seen any other ones, so I'm not going to put ourselves above. What, you know what? Let me have some pride. I think it's the best one ever done in
There you
wrestling.
go.
But it went well. It's for two people like Everett Creed and Cameron Jackson. Everett Creed's got experience everywhere else. You know what I mean? Cameron Jackson made a name for himself in backyard wrestling. It's
and even a little bit in call too.
I mean, a little bit, but I didn't really have the chance in call because when I was starting to get going, you know, you had this idea coming in, that idea coming in. The idea that I really wanted to do in call was just to really be behind one guy. I felt like if I would have did the faction, it was a great idea. Don't get me wrong, because the idea of doing a brotherhood faction with Brother Cam, who is this black supremacist, you know, pretty much.
Yeah, he's a black supremacist.
And he said, but the best thing is he's a black supremacist, but he's not racist. That was the thing. I wasn't racist because you check the second out. You thought I was just going towards white people. No, Al-Makra Faisal was in the ring and Manir Ahmadi crushed him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but the thing is to have people like somebody like this guy next to me and then me go against him. That's one of those matches that doesn't need much build, but once it does have build, you're like, oh shit, what's going to happen? Because this match is company versus career. It's the CJE. It's pretty much career versus career. But it's the CJE, Cameron Jackson Entertainment, versus the career of Everett Creed. Because, you know, if Cameron Jackson Entertainment wins, the UWE is not going down, but Cameron Jackson's still going to be around. He's still going to be here trying to steal the spotlight, take the spotlight off of the UWE, and put it towards his program that really isn't even a real backyard wrestling league. It's a YouTube page with, you know,
Absolutely.
my insight. As to where Everett Creed's career is something that goes on. So
I'll show my friend who I recently got into wrestling in general. She is thoroughly intrigued with lips. Good job with
that's what she's supposed to do. See, that's what we want. That's what we want. And
you know,
wait,
yeah.
I'll go down. We got one more.
Well,
down.
that's also I think Ratcliffe. Yep. What are your thoughts on EWA backing up AK-47?
That's stirring the pot, taking a side. You need people to take a side on this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Bad Reed and AK-47. You need people to take a side on that. The Bad Reed.
Any heel.
But me, believe it or not, I'm on the Bad Reed side 100%. I think my boy's gonna. I think Brother Bad Reed, Brother Myron is going to win. Well, he should win, I think. But you know what?
Well, right now he's
he's enjoying some Arnez jet. but I think the Bad Reed's got something in wrestling in general that is needed. Like like he said before, he feels like he's not the best promo cutter, but you know what? His promos are you don't take your eyes off the screen when he's talking. You know what I mean? You feel like he's always got something to say. He's got the energy
Absolutely.
that just grabs you in. And once you see that, you're just like, oh shit, now I want to see the match. And he doesn't disappoint in the match. The match is the ultimate show. He steals the show every time he steps foot. From bell to bell, he steals the show.
And you know, all the wrestlers deserve their credit, but I think when it comes to like a lot of scenarios, the sideshow, you know, the weirdo, the you know, me and Cameron refer to them as the sick fuck of the company. You know, they're the ones that get recognized the most because, you know, besides WWE and TNA, if you really look at any federation, whether it be independent, call, or backyard, it's the sideshow character that's really going to get
the fans
going. So in UWE's case, it's Lips. In BWE, it's Steel Rick. And in CCE at the time, it was Lips. I mean, you know, everywhere you go, I mean, you're going to get that character. Even WWE, Goldust.
When Goldust first hit the scene, it was crazy.
It was pandemonium.
And then they topped him. They topped him kind of, but they topped him and kept him relevant with Val Venus. You know, Val Venus wasn't a sick fuck. He was just this larger-than-life porn star being a wrestler. It was like, what?
And The Godfather. You know, those oddballs. Gangrel.
But then Gangrel, see, Gangrel is one miscredited wrestler for a lot of reasons. The Brood was meant to push Edge, and nobody even realized that. And it did its job, obviously. You see Edge, this multi-time champion, and a lot under his credit. No disrespect to Edge, but without Gangrel, you wouldn't have had Edge and Christian. You wouldn't have had Edge. You wouldn't have had a world champion.
You wouldn't have had the Hardys.
You wouldn't have had the Hardys being as big as they were, and Michael Hayes would have been fired at it. So
Michael Hayes.
So I mean, I think
gotta love Michael Hayes.
I think it was a good job from everything from, you know, but
those sideshow characters.
The
sideshows, they love it. You know, right now in Call, the big sideshow is they got this new group, this trio, I don't know their names, but one of the guys is Stitches the Clown, and I follow him on Twitter. And great gimmick, a gimmick that I would love to pursue. I mean, that the clown thing is just, it's something that it's so simple, but nobody's picking up on it yet, and whoever does is gonna get. It's like $1 million laying on the floor, and nobody's deciding to pick it up.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing. That's what I felt about Daisy. Like, I'm surprised nobody. I mean, there's been
The morph suit.
The morph suit, it's been done.
Well, yeah, Hazard, but
I feel like Daisy does it in a way where there's no shorts over the morph suit, and he's afraid of everything. He's got the morph suit to pretty much protect his inner shell from being seen. And if you look at Daisy, and if you've ever watched 90s cartoons, you realize Daisy is pretty much the human version of Courage the Cowardly Dog, except for the fact that Daisy doesn't save the day. He's just, okay, he's afraid. Oh, he's not afraid anymore. Oh, he's afraid again. He's gone. You know, that's...
Yep. Exactly.
But that's really all he's supposed to be. He's not supposed to be, you know, Daisy's going to do it. Daisy's going to win it. Daisy's going to do it. No, he's supposed to be, Daisy's afraid. Daisy's out here. Oh, that was funny. That was cool. Awesome. I like Daisy. I want to watch him next week. That's what he's supposed to do.
And then he's afraid again. No,
he's not supposed to be, you know, Daisy for World Heavyweight Champion. You know what I mean?
And speaking of courage, there's actually, Emerson had a question if you could bring any other character in. I mentioned the clown, and I mentioned the great Malenko, the magician. There's another one I would do. The sadistic barber. Because you want to talk about influence of characters?
Bruce the Barber Beefcake, though.
Well, Bruce the Barber Beefcake. Bruce the Barber Beefcake. That's a tongue twister for you.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Brutus. Is it Brutus or Bruce?
Brutus.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake. He did it, but to do it like the character Freaky Fred did it on that show, oh my God. If you want to talk about freak shows, check out Freaky Fred on Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah, give me one more over there. Let me see.
Let's see what we got.
Did you see the...
Oh boy, we gotta actually go up. What's a high spot you haven't? This is from Emerson. What's a high spot you haven't tried yet in UWE that you really want to try? Apostrophe. I remember the Rockwall Afro Shock. After you said the Afro Shock, I think that was the name.
Yeah,
well,
I mean that was a high spot, but for us that was when our minds weren't as creative as they are now. Like, to us back then, that was the biggest thing going. But now I look at that and I'm like, awesome spot, but we could do 10 times better now.
That wasn't even planned.
Yeah.
That wasn't even planned. We just, went up. I originally wanted to do a ladder. We said do the rock climbing wall. He sets it up. Thing collapses. Almost snapped my leg, and it was just like, whoa. That was pretty intense.
The Afro Shock is a move that it's just one of those moves where it's like it's gonna put you out, but will he ever hit it? Will he ever end the match with it? That's what I'm trying to go for with that. Yeah. I have yet to really end a match besides the premiere. I've yet to win a match with the Afro Shock. Since then. And I'm waiting. I'm holding out because, as you see, Cameron Jackson isn't this character now that's winning the.
But the thing is that as soon as that Afro Shock connects, it's all shit-wrong. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be Ever Creed. You can be Dirty Dave.
Speaking of high spots, there was one high spot that we did on episode 5, if you ever get the chance to look at it. UWE HD, this account, Lockdown episode 5, I frog splashed Rick Rios off of the pool deck over the referee, and yet I still lost the match. But that's an awesome spot. It was an awesome. That match was full.
If we had a high spot that we haven't done yet that I would love to do, you know what? I think you'll, perhaps, that's a good question. You almost want to see someone throw somebody else off the top of the roof.
That's what I wanted. I want to be the guy that gets thrown off the roof and put somebody. That's the ultimate.
Through a table.
That's the ultimate put over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is the ultimate put over.
Because believe it or not, that's the ultimate put over, and it doesn't really kill too much of a character. But
no, it doesn't. Mick Foley definitely. Show my friend with Litz. I saw that. No. Who is your favorite wrestler from BYW in the Hole?
All right, now let me say this like this, because I get this question all the time. My favorite backyard wrestler, I don't have a favorite backyard wrestler because that means I'm comparing everybody to somebody else. I think there's a lot of backyard wrestlers that have this, and this, and this, and this in common, or this, and this, and this that makes them similar, or it separates them from the pack. But as far as favorite, I don't really have a favorite. There's a couple of guys that have put me on to a few things, like the Bad Reed. The Bad Reed's put me on to almost every other backyard wrestling company I've ever seen, and it's awesome. I mean, don't get me wrong. Cage did a lot of putting me onto a few things. AK-47 put me onto a few things. But I mean, as far as best backyard wrestler, if I have to choose, I would have to go with the Bad Reed. But that's not even because he's here. That's just for the fact that, you know, it's like there's always something new. I could always see something different. Like this
favorite backyard wrestler as a whole. I mean, you know, there's so many in here in the UWE, but like you said, you can't compare one to others. You know, you have Litz, you have Dirty Dave, you have Rick Rios, TJ Sakara, Insanity, Nick Somas.
Across the tracks, you got Big Time Mike, you got Black Crow,
Big Time Mike,
you got Suicide Bomber, you got
Big Time Mike.
You got Jason Walker, you got
if
Jack
I had
Andrews,
to pick one outside the UWE,
you got Chris Copeland.
Chris Copeland, man, he's awesome. Yeah, you gotta love Chris Copeland. If I had to pick one outside of the UWE, it'd either be Chris Copeland, Jason Walker's one, but I have to definitely go with Big Time Mike. Big Time Mike just takes the cake for me. I love Big Time Mike. He is the bomb. He is awesome.
Let me go to the other questions we got down there. And now let me see what Tyler Emerson said. As someone who hasn't seen any other backyard promotion than UWE lately, I feel left out. Creed messaged me the channel for the Reed AK match you're talking about. All right, well, we'll definitely talk about that. I'll definitely get you the channel. That is actually the BEW network, and I don't think Reed and AK is up yet, but BEW versus KEW, Risk It All 3, I believe it is, right?
Yes. Bad Reed versus Cage is Bad Reed.
That is probably one of the best matches you've ever seen in wrestling.
And the Bad Reed versus AK, that is yet to take place. Baron Bishop says, what about Ring of Honor? Favorite wrestler in Ring of Honor? I don't really follow Ring of Honor too much.
Don't get me wrong. I follow them, but, I mean, it's just...
I mean, if I had to pick one, I guess Haas and Benjamin, but I really don't know much. I don't even know if they're still there.
Did you see the old WWF magazine interview? Val Venus' talent was put as hiding a dozen donuts with no hands. Oh, go ahead. Holding a dozen donuts with no hands. That means he was holding them on his
Yeah, that's exactly what he was doing.
That was awesome.
That's Val for you. You know, Val loved doing the gimmick, and I'm sure he had a lot of fun. Because he knew, I guess Vince Val knew, you know, you're not getting the main event push. They tried doing it with him after they did the whole, you know, chop, you know, with the Kai and Tai, but, you know, which was hilarious. But I just, you know, I didn't like how they cut his gimmick, because that's a gimmick you just can't cut. It was good. I mean, there's some, you know, Bray Wyatt, that's a gimmick that can go on, and they, you know, you could Madonna it. You could change it up just a little bit, just a couple little twerks, and it could work.
Can you send in, hold on, wait. 1 second, keep going. Just keep talking. Keep rambling on. I'm sorry.
All right.
Sorry for my
cut off. Oh, we got a couple. Matthew Ratcliffe, yes. Oh wait, no, we got a couple. Wow. Holy crap. Okay, to be fair, Tyler Emerson. To be fair, I gotta give Emerson. He's got a lot of comments. Definitely liking the energy from all these guys. Ratcliffe. You know.
All right. So go down. Wait. I missed a lot of things.
To be fair, people have tried the clown, just hasn't worked. Doink just turned onto a generic comedy character, and Crazy Steve in TNA is a horrible wrestler, so he can't pull it off.
Yeah.
So, but somebody could do it, and if it's done
Someone's
right.
Been very, very naughty.
I remember the barber character from Courage. Someone's been very, very naughty. Like, oh my God, that there was the first. I watched that like for the first time in years a couple of nights ago. I had to go out and get a glass of water, and the door kind of creaked, and I'm like, huh. Like I thought he was there, shaving my goddamn head off.
Now, okay.
Very freaky. What are your thoughts of?
I know the guys from TNA.
We don't
Wyatt
really
family pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, right.
Let me tell
I
you
can't
something.
I can't follow
TNA needs to stop ripping off. They tried to rip off the NWO with the Aces and Eights. They tried to make it a little bit different with the whole biker thing with the Sons of Anarchy being like the NWO. Don't work. Don't do it. Misery, you know, whatever the fuck you want to call them. The Wyatt family needs to stay with WWE. Stop.
And Eric Young ripping off of Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, actually, but he's different though. Eric Young, I actually like
MVP, the Authority, like that's a complete ripoff.
All right. Now add this email and invite this email to this hangout. Go to this.
All right. Steel Rick is more of an evil twin of Dylan White of TWE. The voices are similar.
I haven't watched Dylan White. Dude is $1 million idea with. You're right. You are right. You are correct with a $50 talent pool. You are 100% correct.
All right.
And old school VOW. All right. He had insane characters. Their sideshow was deforming. Adonis. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, those are some of the things.
That's a great gimmick. He's always pinned people by the stomach.
Those are the guys that those are the type of guys that, believe it or not, paved the way for UWE to make it like this for BEW.
Which is why I have to change my answer to favor BYW. I love Big Time Mike, and he's definitely still in that category. But if there's another one I got to put in there, from OTW, the White Family.
But these guys. Now, you think White Family? First thing you're thinking is Wyatt, the Wyatt ripoff. Don't get me wrong; they definitely sampled a lot of the Wyatts, but they did it in such a way that it's just like
it's so different.
It's like, oh shit, I see this on Raw, but wait, this is.
And Dexter White was the other brother, right?
Yeah, there's 4 brothers. There's Dexter White, and then there's the other.
And he's feuding with the other 3 psychos.
And that's gonna happen at Homecoming, their next internet pay-per-view. We call in called you call them CPVs, and back at wrestling we call them pay-per-views or internet pay-per-views. So, yeah, but it's the same.
We kind of merged the two, you know. We just
put the slash in between.
Yeah, we put the slash, the CPV/IPPV. You know, we definitely got to give, respects to both. And I think the White Family just do it so different.
All right, there you go. Just go right there.
Right here.
And add that.
Invite people, and then send an invite. Who we at in here? Shelton
Eli. 69.
Why did everybody like that number?
At gmail.com. Yeah, I actually, the jersey I wear in my match against Ever Creed, and if you see coming up, 68. Click it. Awesome. All right, good. And send the invite.
Okay. And then quiet invitation.
It don't matter.
Just invite the person. Like, quiet invitation. What do you mean quiet invitation? Like,
No.
Does it send a message to someone with a little, emoji or whatever the hell they call it? All right. Oh, whoa.
Now, all right. Here's where I stand. TNA didn't remove off the Wyatts. The story was Knox dad wanted him to come over. Nux. Okay, Nux wanted him to take over the circus, but never wanted to be arrested, so he kind of did and tried to work it. I know. I hear you, but you gotta listen to what. Wait. Hold. Time out. I'm sorry. The elite thing. All right, you're right. Okay, so let me tell you, this is where you stand, everything. And I agree with you to an extent.
Is he talking about the
who's he talking about? The manager, what the fuck they call? I understand what you're saying, but TNA always does this thing where they have to have a running faction to keep themselves going, and it's the thing is that they don't know how to survive as a company without having a faction to challenge. They do an invasion angle every time, and it just gets old. That's why it's easy for me to say it's a ripoff of whatever the hell else, because I see the same angle every time, and it's just like, oh, come on. And then you start thinking, like, this isn't even good. It'd be better if the Wyatts did this. That's why I call them a Wyatt ripoff, you know what I mean? Because it's just like, all right, we get it. How about you guys be good enough to just cut out a faction for once and push the talent as one-on-one guys in the main event? But no, they're not pushing the younger guys. They're pushing Bully Ray to
Yeah, right.
You're pushing this guy. Don't get me wrong, I love Bubba Ray. I'm gonna call him Bubba Ray because that's what I know him as.
Yeah.
Bubba Ray. I love them with the tag team. Devon, but you can't take somebody out of that and do that and expect everybody to be like, wow, he's this cool guy. No, he's not larger than life. He's a tag team superstar. No matter which way you look at it, Bubba Ray will never be bigger than the Dudley Boys. Never.
Never.
No matter if you can give him 25 title reigns, it won't mean shit.
Yeah. Especially with him in TNA. Kurt Angle killed his character. Could have been known as one of the top 10 of all time. And him still going to TNA didn't put him in there. And plus, he did it to try to spend time with his wife, and look how that turned out.
Isn't she with somebody else?
Yeah, I mean, I love Kurt Angle. I mean, I remember meeting him when I was a kid, and he was a really good guy. But, Kurt, please come back. I miss you. I definitely want. I'm glad he's married to somebody else now. I mean, that's really good. Miss him is Mike Knox. I forgot Mike Knox was even in there. Like,
they actually did an awesome thing with Mike Knox when he first debuted in the WWE, because he came out, was ECW, and Kelly was on stage, and he's just this guy coming out covering her up. I'm just like, who the fuck is that? And then, believe it or not, it was the first time where a nobody was actually somebody like that. You know what I mean?
Because you hated him. You wanted to see Blondie big tits take her clothes off, and
Barbie Blank is her real name. I wanted to see her just. I wanted to see those knockers. Listen, a black man's biggest turn on is pink nipples. I'll tell you that right now. And I wanted to see them pink nipples. I didn't get the chance to see them because Mr. Knox kept covering them up.
And then Knox, you know, I'm Billy Gunn. I'm an ass man, and yet nothing happened because of Mike Knox. And then Sandman came. Yeah, so Sandman, best entrance, worst wrestler. Gotta love Sandman. I agree, but Menengere is far from invading. They're a face group of misfits. I thought it was well done. That is your opinion, though. You usually do better.
You're right, and you're right. But you know what? I respect your opinion too. It's not a matter of argument of your argument versus mine. It's a matter of where it's all going to end up in the long run. And where I see it all ending up is that they try to do the sideshow thing, but
I just don't see it as much of a ripoff as a lot of other things they've done.
I call it a ripoff because WWE brought in the sideshow, the Wyatt family. It was a sideshow. It was just like, what the fuck are they doing? They got this whole New Orleans Bayou type thing where these two are following this prophet of whatever, and now you got a group of misfits in TNA. Just like you don't see the significance there. But that's my opinion, just like you said. But I mean, still, it's like they gotta step up. They always do this. Like they always do this angle where
they'll take what WWE did and put a twist to it.
They put a twist to it, and then that same twist, whatever they did, ends up being TNA versus this twist. It happens every time. TNA versus the Aces
TNA versus everything.
The front line versus the main event mafia. You know what I mean? It happens every time.
That was ugly. The front. I just didn't. But yeah, it's always faction versus faction in TNA. It was very, very shades of WCW. And look what happened with WCW when they tried doing that. Turner, you know.
They kept throwing too many people in. That was just that.
NWO. I mean, I think the Black Bullet was a member of the NWO.
Shit, I was a member of the NWO.
Chris Copeland was a member of the NWO.
Stop talking about Chris Copeland.
Here we go. Oh boy. Bubba Ray is still my favorite tag team wrestler of all time. Him and Devon are amazing from Baron Bishop. Matthew Radcliffe. From my fantasy match, it would be Tony Cole versus Everett Creed. And then that would actually be pretty nice. And
yes, him and Devon, the Dudley Boys are my favorite tag team of all time as well, Baron.
Yeah, mine's got to be, oh God, that's tough. I love the APA. Like, you know, I love those guys.
They're one of my favorites. You just had to think, damn, you know, you can't fight off Ron. You can't fight Ron. And JBL did awesome there. I mean, now, personally, I never want to see Kurt Angle wrestle again. One, he's not anywhere near his past talent. True. Two, he can't wrestle a match without needing a wheelchair backstage anymore. True, I understand you, and that's kind of you looking out for him. I respect that. I mean, I just want to see him back in the WWE. I don't care if he's a part of the Authority when he comes back.
That would be nuts.
I just want to see him back.
Authority. Well, then again, how do you trust Kurt with, you know, Triple H, with Stephanie again? Like, we've been through this already.
Yeah, but nobody remembers that. Yeah, unless you watch the WWE Network, which is $9.99. Shameless plug there. I learned that.
Yeah, but that's how you really remember it now. I mean, you know, how do you remember? How do you trust?
By the way, speaking of the WWE Network, if you have it, please check out the ECW pay-per-views. You will be entertained all the way through those pay-per-views. Some are a little dry and boring, but there's some that just like, oh my God, did he say that? Like
Heatwave 99, Heatwave 1999, Bubba Ray and Devon just.
It was in 98 or 99.
99.
Bubba
Ray went.
Oh my God. We got some mother in the front row who taught her daughter. Wait, no.
Yeah, we got a mom in the front row who taught her daughter how to suck dick.
I was just like, oh.
And they didn't bleep it.
In a Hawaiian shirt.
We got some
but my favorite guy in ECW, my favorite on the mic guy in ECW has been Joel Gertner, because he always had these rhymes. The quintessential stud muffin. And whether they're at home or here in Dayton, they're watching me and masturbating. Yeah, I was like, oh, this guy's awesome. He was Road Dogg before Road Dogg.
He was. You know, what's Road Dogg's actual real name? Something Armstrong, I know that. Brian Armstrong. I know his dad, Bob, you know.
Believe it or not, Cage and AK-47 tag team with Bullet Bob Armstrong. It's on YouTube.
Baron Bishop, who in the tag team division from like WWE, WWF, WCW, ECW was your favorite, and who is your favorite now? So
Was my favorite the Dudley Boys. Now my favorite, Harper and Rowan.
for me, I'm gonna say the same thing. I also like Goldust and Stardust. WWE.
But no, one tag team I will say, and me and Everett talked about this plenty of times. One tag team that will work today, that would work very well today.
Yes.
It was before its time. It will work very well today because the gimmick. This is the tag team gimmick era. It's tag team gimmick era. It's going far right now. And I say it, Deuce and Domino would work so perfect today. Listen, Sim Snuka and Cliff Compton would work so well right now.
Fun fact for you guys: Cliff Compton, who actually played Domino, actually follows Cameron on Twitter.
Follows me on Twitter.
Domino, Cliff Compton follows him on Twitter.
We got more questions. Yeah.
Sim Snuka could do, I wish he'd follow me. But
he's Snooker's adopted son. But anyway, looking into the future, what technological additions are you guys most interested in adding for UW? I'm sorry, I said that question right. I just watched that whole question.
Looking into the future, what technological additions are you guys most interested in adding for the UWA?
Technological additions, Titantrons.
Titantrons. I mean, I would love to do it.
Everett's dad's been talking about bringing this TV screen outside, and maybe I can work up some Titantrons. We can get that going, and we can have something,
That would be amazing.
Then we can have a live audience.
Screw Titantron. I'd do Minitrons.
I wouldn't do a full Titantron. I'd do a Minitron.
Minitron.
Do you notice the WWE TNA bias? Adam Rose is generally loved in WWE. If he debuted for TNA, people would say that he's the reason for the company dying for it. Okay, you're right. It makes me sick, honestly. I'm a fan of TNA. You should be a fan of TNA. I mean, I'm not saying don't be a fan of TNA. I'm not saying that. I respect that.
I see it the other way around. I see it where, WWE, you're not recognized, because you just don't have it. I mean, something's not working out, and you leave, and then TNA takes you, and you're already fighting for the title. I've noticed that a lot recently.
And imagine Kurt Angle comes back and is inserted by Mr. McMahon as a foil to Triple H. That would be awesome.
GM of Raw. That would be a
very good twist. And I don't hear as much about Joel Gertner as I hear about
Raven.
He was awesome, but he was. Listen, I'm not like everybody else's heel tendencies. Everybody loves the dark heel tendencies. I love the funny, just asshole in your face. Like there's Joel Gertner. There's something about him. Like he just says the most outlandish shit. Like he was talking about one time, it was Hardcore Heaven 2000, and he said something about spraying the juices from his nuts all over the lady's face or some shit like that. And then Cyrus, the guy from the network, goes up to him, and he just drops the F-bomb. He goes, Cyrus is from the network. He's telling him, you shouldn't have said that. You're a foul mouthed with something.
Yep.
And Gertner goes, well, I know what I should do about it. I should kick your fucking ass. I was just like.
Oh my god!
And then he got choked out by the Japanese guy behind him. But it was awesome.
There you go. And then Raven though, you got to give him credit. Definitely very good. Everybody says the dream match right now is Raven and Bray Wyatt.
It would be it's actually an honest dream match. I would love to see it.
Let's see, from back in the day, Road Warriors. Best tag teams. WCW. I love the Outsiders. Loved Hall and Nash, hands down. ECW, the Dudley Boys, and as well Cactus Jack and Mikey Whipwreck, Spike Dudley and Balls Mahoney. I mean, great tag team. Made flaming tables look
that's
good.
Another thing about the Dudleys. That's one thing that I loved about the Dudleys. There wasn't just in ECW. There weren't just two Dudleys. There were never two Dudleys at one time. There was Bubba Ray Dudley. There was Devon Dudley. There was LSD, which is Little Spike Dudley. There was Big Dick Dudley. There was Sign Guy Dudley. They had some other Dudley, it was dances with Dudley. They had many.
And they had Joe Gurn.
It was just awesome.
Originally that's actually what we were gonna do with the Dirty Boys. We were gonna have 3 people actually run the Dirty Boys in the UWE. One's Dirty DeChico, one's Dirty Dave right now. Originally we were gonna have them have a manager, and it was gonna be Dirty DeChico, Dirty Dave, Jack Garland. And it was going to be, it
was going to be that. What the hell is he doing there?
Exactly. Like, what the hell? Like, you got the Dirty Boys, and then, you're thinking there's another dirty something to lead it. Nope, Jack Garland. But, Jack actually wanted to do cameraman, and, definitely did a good job. Now he's alongside Shakur Shacabelli. Honestly, I want Rhodes to have a legit babyface run seriously for the belt. Him being Stardust pissed me off to no end. I think Stardust needs to, I just don't see Cody having the size. I like him as Stardust because it gives him an interesting character, and I think that's what they need right now. I feel like they got a lot regular superstars, as I like to call them. You need some kind of dynamic duo, and that's why I like Stardust. Compton follows me too.
Compton follows. All you gotta do is
he follows everybody, man.
If you need logos or name edits, hit me up. I do that shit in my sleep. Yo, thank you, Mr. Emerson. Thank you, Tyler Emerson. We will definitely be hitting you up.
That'll definitely. Super duper. I've been, this guy I'm definitely digging.
We skipped over a comment by Mr.
Oh, Emerson, yeah. What you just said about not working out in WWE, it's more WWE doesn't use them right as they could.
You're
yeah.
Right. You're 100%
EC3
right.
Bateman, yeah, is the best example. Average face, great heel. I can agree to that because there's some people that they really dropped the ball with, and some of them didn't even go to TNA. John Morrison, Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
They just dropped the ball with those guys. Super duper. Well, it only takes so long for an idea or character to become stale for the general populace. And adding a new persona to Cody is a very smart idea and has shown successful so far.
I agree.
I agree with that. Cody, just to me, he was always the stale factor in his tag teams, whether it be him and Damian Sandow, whether it be him
Bob Holly,
him and Bob Holly, him and
Goldust.
him and Goldust.
He was actually
him and Ted DiBiase.
No, he wasn't stale. He actually made him and DiBiase, even though they gave the whole money priceless thing, but and then Orton ended up making it with the whole legacy.
Orton, made it with legacy.
But
so this is the first time where I feel like besides the mask, besides the protective mask, this is the first time where I think Cody Rhodes is really, taking the whole thing with the Stardust, and he's going forward with it. And honestly, I think he prefers it. I think he likes this better than Cody Rhodes because right now I sure as hell enjoy doing lips. Almost in a way more than Creed because I conquered Creed. I
still enjoy being Cameron Jackson.
Well,
more than I enjoy being Daisy, but I like it.
But I definitely enjoy being Lips. I mean, it's a very, very dynamic character. Let's see. Baron Bishop, Emerson, I do agree with EC3. Yes. Emerson, yes, I see that point of view, but Rhodes has so many sidetracks. One face run for any bell is all I can ask. He's never been a single face before. Yeah, but then again, Cody Rhodes is what we call a tag team specialist. I mean, we have one here in the UWE. His name is Terrence Phillips. And
he just works better as a tag team.
Yeah, and Cody just has great tag team experience. And it doesn't mean, Bubba Ray Dudley's the best example. Tag team specialist is a heavyweight champion. It just sometimes doesn't work.
It don't look right. But my RRW Network says, my friend says he wants Kofi Kingston and Justin Gabriel. Do you think it could work? He wants them as a tag team. Now, here's the thing about that. Kofi Kingston in any tag team could work, but either way, there's not going to be long before whether they fire Kofi or they have to rebuild him. They have to reconstruct him. They have to because listen,
new gimmick.
They've built this glorified jobber. Glorified spot man jobber. That's what they
monkey. He's a spot monkey.
Don't get me. I love seeing him do his spots in the Royal Rumble. I love seeing him do his spots in ladder matches. It's very fun to watch. It's very fun to watch, and he can keep that. But when it comes down to him actually doing things now, he's never going to be outside the realm of Intercontinental Superstar. Never going to be outside the realm of putting people over, unless he gets something new. Because now the whole I can fly for him, it's getting old because now he's just a smiley face now.
He needs to, right now, he needs to do something.
I would love to see him get a manager and undergo a heel turn. You know what I mean?
That wouldn't be bad.
I would love to see him.
I would have seen him with Teddy, Kofi, Big E. That would have been, he could have redid the Nation of Domination. Have Mark Henry as a veteran player.
Yeah,
that would have been.
They could have did a few things. They still could do a few things with Kofi, but they're not going to, and it kind of makes me upset.
Yeah, Kofi has had a new tag team every month or so. I think mid-card fodder is perfect. I see, but look at Undashing Rhodes, top-level heel. I feel he can work alone. He just needs a good storyline. But that's exactly what I mean. Cody Rhodes. But the Stardust thing is almost in a way the same thing as what he did with the protective mask. It's an addition to his character, but it could have worked. It could have worked very well. Single division-wise, that was Cody's best run. As Cody Rhodes, that was his best run, was the whole thing with the protective mask. Got the win. In my opinion, stole the show at WrestleMania with Rey Mysterio, of all people. I mean, it was a bad WrestleMania, but still, they stole the show. Everybody loved Cody Rhodes versus Rey Mysterio. And then... the whole thing with the Intercontinental belt, it just looked really good. I definitely enjoyed it.
In Kofi, he is perfect. He's the perfect thing they need. Easy transitional champ, 2-3 good spots a year, loyal, good seller, clean for drugs and liquor, all around perfect.
Yeah.
You're right, he is. But I still like to see him get a little bit more for that. You know what I mean? But just like I said, he's also he can stay where he's at, but he hasn't he's not going to be a solidified perfect. I don't see Hall of Famer coming out of where he's at right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not yet.
Give him something else. You need just give him a little. You don't even have to give him this huge push. Just give him a little something to be like, all right, now I see it. Now when Kofi's on, I want to see what happens outside of the ring as well. You know what I mean? Like now, your only thing to look at Kofi Kingston for is his pyro and what he does in the match. You also want to see. Sometimes I want to see somebody, pick up the microphone and say something. I just be like, oh shit, did he just say that? I want that.
Yeah, right.
Kofi could be that guy. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's going to be, world heavyweight champion. I don't think he should ever win a world heavyweight championship. But I do think that he should have the opportunity to be the top mid-carder at points. You know what I mean? But I don't think.
And you also never know what's going to happen with, I mean, right now as far as the WWE, I mean, they got a lot of new talent and they got to prove it. They definitely got to prove that they're main event worthy. That's how I see it. I've always, a new nation would be amazing. Yeah, I would love to see a new nation of domination.
I've always thought, why the hell not put Kofi with Heyman? You could do that, but you need Kofi in the tag team if you're going to put Kofi with Heyman. Because Kofi's just like you said, he's a spot man. I mean, unless he undergoes in a way that he could be solo and Heyman could work it. Heyman could work anything, don't get me wrong, but like it's just the way Kofi is now. If Kofi were just to go heel with the way he is now, he'd need a partner.
I feel he needs the Stardust gimmick because as far as
I'm talking about Kofi.
Well, no, the other comment below was like he needs to drop the Stardust gimmick. I think he needs to keep the Stardust gimmick because that could honestly make it even go further. It gives Cody flavor. And before that, I mean, Cody to me just didn't have much flavor going into him. I mean,
we're going to try this one more time. Just give me,
all right.
Go to Facebook and I'll log myself in. But keep going.
I feel like he needs that Stardust gimmick. That's kind of like seeing lips without the face paint. It's, I just don't know how that's going to work out. You got to log in. But, I don't know. I'm a fan of the dynamic groups. I'm a fan of the dynamic characters. I just enjoy that a lot. Showing a little fatigue here on me.
I don't know what the hell's wrong with you.
Yeah, I'm getting tired. Maybe some peanut butter.
Fucking peanut butter.
Yeah, tweet one more shot of me, I'll kick you.
I got it. Yeah, so also, if you do check out, follow me on Twitter at CJE_BrotherCam. That is in all capitals. Definitely. Oh, I'm about to write this on this nigga's wall.
Huh.
Watch my shit. And how you fucking get? You don't got right click on this bitch?
Huh. You got double click.
So clicking with two hands, 2 fingers. You might as well just put all fucking hands on the goddamn. Fucking Ray Charles on a junkie trip. Just. All right, let's get back to this side here. Okay.
All right.
Imagine Kofi with Heyman, where Kofi slows his offense and adds more. Believe that would be good.
Wait, what are you comment on?
Go up.
What do you read?
Go up. Yes, I hear you. About as far as I'm not even gonna answer the NXT thing, but Kofi will be a Hall of Famer. Yes, he'll be a Hall of Famer for his crazy spots, but it's gonna take a little bit more crazy spots for that. You know what I mean?
Who do I want up from NXT? Aiden English. Aiden English could be very good in the
I want
the main roster.
I want the Ascension.
That too. The Ascension would be very good. Once they lose the belts in NXT.
Yeah, they gotta lose the belts.
Let's see. I'm sure it'll be transitional because depth is what separates a good wrestling persona from a truly great one, And Cody with these gimmicks over the years is improving his depth. Yes. I 100% agree with that. You remember Cody for almost like a successful Chuck Palumbo / Bull Buchanan. He's done different personas, different gimmicks, and they've worked. Dashing, dashing, protective mask, the mustache. Now he's Stardust. I love the gimmicks.
No, you're good.
It's making so much depth to his character.
Imagine Kofi Heyman where he slows his office down and asks for submissions. That may work.
That could work.
That could work.
Paul Heyman could do that with him.
I wish that WWE would make. Okay, Sheamus heel again. I definitely agree with that.
WWE 12 was an amazing story. Yeah, they did. Well, I forgot what they called him. But Baron, if you can remember, I think they called him the something. The United Kingdom. I think that was it. They called him the United Kingdom.
Yeah, that's a good storyline.
And they had Sheamus lead it, and then it was kind of like their evolution. And you had Sheamus lead it like Triple H. You had Regal as the Ric Flair, and then you had Barrett as kind of like the enforcer, and then you had Drew McIntyre as like the future. He was like the Randy Orton. So it was pretty good. I definitely think they did a good job with that. Would have been a very good what do you call it? Foreign international faction. A foreign faction or an international empire or whatever you want to call it. I definitely
go to the video. Where we at now?
Oh yeah, let's see.
All right, this guy's going.
All right.
Mark Williams, I don't know what the hell's going on your end, but I've sent numerous invites. I hope you can make it before I croak.
The United Kingdom, yep. United Nations, yeah, the United Kingdom. Let's see.
Before
they
we
ruined
go
Drew though.
Before we go, oh yeah, they did ruin Drew. But before we go,
Clean lost to Torito.
Before we go any further, I definitely want to thank Tyler Emerson and Baron Bishop for really keeping this going, and Super Duper. Everybody here, RW Network,
yeah.
Everybody's helped. You guys are just making this.
Verdi
awesome
came in
time
from
for
day.
us.
Verdi came in from day one. I'm sure he had it out. I appreciate him coming in too.
Everybody,
all these
thank
guys,
you so much. Really,
Super Duper, brand new face, full on effing wrestling.
Mark Williams, I know you're there.
Yep.
The Bad Reed, he just.
Fee, I think, was even there too. I think Fee and Angie were there.
The Bad Reed just dipped out not too long ago, but thank you.
Yeah, the Bad Reed, he was watching.
He was watching the Arnez J. Comedian.
He cracks me up. I can't believe that took the cake from me. That took the show.
Just like to be personal for a second, the UWE is something that we really, we're pretty much. It's something that started out on the ground, and we picked it up a little bit, and it's been pushed back down. Picked it up again, pushed it back down again.
Underground.
Picked it up one more time, pushed it back down. Now this is the only time that we're actually being able to carry it somewhere, and now it's actually going somewhere. We haven't had as many haters as we had in the past. But then again, we are a lot better than we were in the past. If you look at those old videos on the other account, we were fucking horrible.
Well.
But, I mean, we're a lot better now, and
my own Bantam.
There's a lot of good things coming.
Yeah, that's exactly.
There's one spot in the Everett Creed versus Cameron Jackson match that'll probably make you be like, oh, he's dead,
yeah,
he's dead. And trust me, I know, because I found God. Yeah, sorry about that. For those, what, it was almost a minute. For that minute, I found God, bro. It wasn't even funny.
I found God. That's a good way to put it. Oh, man, my throat. I don't know what's going on. I might need a drink.
You got to stop sucking that cock. Anyway.
All right. Let me get water.
Follow both you guys on Twitter. Keep in touch if you ever need a low voice. Good night and keep up the good work, gentlemen. Thank you, Super Duper. I'll definitely follow you back.
Absolutely. That's El Supremacy for Twitter. I believe these guys. Did you watch the Talk is Jericho podcast with Drew when they signed Wade, Drew, and Sheamus? They wanted a group of all nations. You guys won't recognize my Twitter. It is at the King Swerve. Yeah, then drop it. Oh, that's great. I gotta get me a water, and then.
It's just a glass of water. It's not a water, unless you got a bottle in there. Then it's not a water.
Oh yeah, then I'm gonna.
You guys won't recognize my Twitter. It's King Swerve. I'm gonna check that out right now.
Yep, I've got a couple of things going on Twitter. Super Duper definitely digging him. Birdie.
If this damn phone cooperates with me, I will be following you back momentarily. But
I don't know about you guys, but I got the Black Bullet. I got him winning the Coliseum.
Definitely gonna follow this brother back.
You never know, though. I mean, the Black Bullet, he really, you could be seeing something from old Bart.
And Chris Jericho tweeted The Miz on.
He did.
In 2009.
Wait, what?
Mike the Miz, he tweeted him in 2009 saying, "You're gay."
Jericho tweeted The Miz?
Yeah.
In 2009?
Yeah, it said.
It said you're gay.
The 4th of July, 2009. No,
And he just tweeted this now.
No, the 4th of July, 2009.
And they just brought it back, like just coincidence.
Oh no, Super Duper retweeted it.
Oh god.
Hold on, wait. I need to find.
He's going that far
I need
back?
to find Emerson's thing. Go back so I can.
Oh yes, yes.
At the King's.
But all three were also signed on the same day. Yes, they were. Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, and I believe it was Barrett, right? Barrett.
Yes, I believe.
Yeah, Bad News Barrett. I feel so bad for him. I really do. He could have had a main event push, and now he's going to get pushed down the totem pole. The injury storyline, it's the injury storyline. If he was on the cover of 2K15, it's the Madden curse, you know. I feel so bad for Barrett because he got so over with the crowd, so over with me, and now he's going to be gone for several months. I feel horrible because that could have been I really think he was going to win the Money in the Bank contract ladder match, and it just, you know, didn't turn out in his favor, and I think everybody wanted Barrett to win. So I don't know. I mean, they got to make money work with Seth Rollins, which I'm sure he'll do, but you got to have Triple H be the mouthpiece.
Hold on 1 second. I got a phone call coming in. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
The hell?
Hola, papi. I don't know what you're saying. So you want to try this again?
Oh, that's Mark Williams.
Uh-huh. Ain't that some shit?
That's shit on toast.
Yeah. Well, my phone is retarded, so I'm actually so glad that I got to answer this call. But I'm gonna plug it into Everett Creed's computer so I can hear you better and the phone doesn't die while we're talking.
Well, that might work.
So give me 1 second. Let me just find this. Got these damn dress shoes on. Walking across the house.
You have dress shoes on and a midnight podcast.
Yeah, I was dress shoes.
We've been podcasting for how long now? I think it's been about 2.5 hours.
2.5? Yeah, it's about 2.5 hours, man.
And then tomorrow we got commentary. Commentary for UWE Lockdown. That should be up tomorrow. That should be up Wednesday night. You know, we try to do it every Wednesday night, so I think we're going to be able to hit it this week on Wednesday night. Maybe sometimes we don't get it every time. Also, we're going to try to do a weekly podcast. We're going to try to do every week. We're going to try to do it on this account.
Oh, this phone is spazzing out. Hold on. Time out. Let me fix it. Let me get back to talking to Eli real quick.
All right, not a problem. Yeah, every week I'm going to try to get a podcast going. Every week it'll be myself, probably with a guest every week, you know.
All right, we just cannot touch that wire. This is some tricky shit. You still there, Mr. Williams? Yeah, I did put you on speaker. I don't know how good they're going to be able to hear you.
Yeah, I don't know how good they're going to hear
But
that.
we're going to put you as close to the computer as possible.
If you can hear him, ladies and gentlemen, that is none other than Mark Williams.
From BCW.
From BCW. Backyard Championship Wrestling.
Finally, how long were we trying to connect?
We've been trying to connect for about 3 years. 4 months, 2 days, 8 hours, 6 minutes, and
That's how long it took.
I know.
Oh, wow.
We just left Bray Wyatt's funeral. That's how long it took.
Yeah, right?
Dress shoes, of course, Cameron. Ain't no bum shit. I love Tyler Emerson. Man. He's awesome.
He's just got it. Yeah, I would bring him over here in a heartbeat and get him in a match. Like I said.
Did you see when Cole got his Twitter first thing he tweeted was Josh Matthews, just the word faggot?
Oh, my God.
Josh Matthews was released.
Yeah, Josh Matthews, that's what you call dedication, okay? Josh Matthews, he took his ass right over to TNA about 5 minutes after he got fired.
He did.
So he's...
Oh, wait. He went to TNA? I swear, I thought he was going to go to ESPN like every other.
Yeah, right.
No.
Todd Grisham, John Coachman. No, he went to TNA.
He's not as good to be on ESPN, but he's
I thought he was going to be the next
Yeah,
LeBron
Todd
James.
Grisham's on ESPN.
well, yeah, right. What's the next?
You know, Todd Grisham is on ESPN, and I'm just kind of like, what the hell? Like, that makes no sense whatsoever.
So, Mark Williams, I did review you guys' show. I don't know if you heard it or not.
Yeah, I watched it. It was sweet. It was sweet.
It was
Yeah.
sweet. Yeah. I can't wait for you to review this next one we got coming, because trust me, there's some things.
I can't wait either.
This first
it's so
segment.
funny when you're like,
As sweet as the sugar in Daisy's tea.
Wait, what'd you say, Mark?
I thought it was so funny how you're talking about the whole Special Jack thing. How we started off with Dora.
Yeah, it was.
There's a funny story behind how that happened. Basically, Matt and his little sister, which Matt is Special Jack for those who don't know, and everyone should know, but they argue all the time. And his little sister does look like Dora the Explorer, so he was playing the Dora song. He's like, dude, Special Jack could be back. We can play this before he plays theme song.
Oh, that's
So basically, we all just were shocked, agreeing with it, and then bam, that's how it happened.
there you go. It's weird how that always pops up. I bet we had some oddball ways of coming up with stuff too. It's just off the dot, we're just like, you know what, do it. I can't think of one off the fly right now, but I'm sure we've had a lot of strange, you know what, let's just do it right there, right now,
I say they should have Black Crow versus Hazard versus Lips versus Daisy versus Special Jack.
Damn.
That
would be a
that's a-
monster's ball, but
that's a $6 Coliseum,
That's
that's the survivalist Coliseum gone carnival style,
that could be a ball pit chamber match for all I
Oh, that could be really, really odd. Let's see.
Hold on, wait, let me
Ain't
see.
about that life. You all getting the podcast as often as you want. Baron Bishop, favorite call superstar? That's a good question. I mean, if we're talking about then in the day, I mean, there were so many. I mean, you had Derek Drain, definitely somebody I liked back then, Shannon X. I mean, even some people say myself, Everett Creed. I always liked Nine. I liked Lips. I liked Stitches the Clown. I like those people with different personalities. Kate Collins, I thought he was all right as well.
Everett's gonna have to answer that. I mean, my favorite, I have a few guys that I like. Just like I said, I don't compare people. You know what I mean? Like, believe it or not even because he's here, I was always the Tyler Emerson guy.
Oh,
Yeah. Every time I come over here and I see Tyler Emerson, I was like, yo, who is that guy? He seems cool.
Everybody from Gen Y I always liked.
And then,
Ace Whistler.
of course, I liked Munir Amati because he was my
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
And then, of course, I liked
Beezy.
myself.
Beezy was great in
I
general.
liked myself because I was just that type of motherfucker. You know what I mean? You ain't see me on normal everyday basis, and we can slightly hear him going, "Oh, you asshole." What about you? Be my favorite black man? Oh, thank you. I will be your favorite black man, Mr. Bishop.
That was Mr. Baron Bishop. He doesn't like you people, damn Canadians. I'll punch. Who said I'll punch?
I'll punch you right in the pocketbook, sir. Is what Baron Bishop
A
said
purse?
to Tyler Emerson.
A purse.
Ev, if I lived there, I'd work there every day. And he goes, yes, because you have a vagina. And then,
Oh my God, Baron! If it wasn't 4 or 5 hours away, I'd do the same thing. Baron, I would definitely have
wait,
you.
he's 2 hours away from you?
There's Emerson lives in Jersey.
Wait, Emerson, you live in Jersey? Whoa, Emerson, what part of Jersey do you live in? You can come to any of the shows you want, bro.
See if you can come to the Jersey Shore on Thursday. Me and Cam are going to be over there. We're going to be getting the sausage and pepper. We're going to be at Midway Steakhouse.
All right, watch your voice. Man. You're losing your voice.
No, I just wanted some chicken and steak and gyros and paninis.
Comments. Comment, who do you think is the weirdest backyard wrestling character?
Oh God!
Oh, that's. Oh, you should type that in there just in case they didn't hear it.
I mean, who is the?
Stacy,
Well, the weirdest is
Special
Lips.
Jack, Hazard.
Well, if nobody heard that, Mark Williams asked who is the weirdest, the freakiest backyard wrestler. I would have. I mean, I would have to pat myself on that one. I would have to say Lips.
Well, you pat yourself from your lips all the time. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, besides Lips, there's a lot of freaky characters when it comes to the White family. It comes to Steel Rick. It comes to so many oddball individuals. Special Jack. I mean, there's so many weirdos.
Yeah, but Mr. Emerson, if we could set up something to where you can come to our Ultimate Redemption pay-per-view on August 10th, 2014, you are more than welcome to come out here and enjoy this experience with us, bro.
Baron Bishop says, what about Vigo? I do like Vinny Vigo. You know, he's got a mix of that
I
LA.
like the way Gerald Bass announced Vinny Vigo. I mean, because Gerald Bass was the flavor in CCE that people just didn't see because he was only there for 2 episodes, but still.
From Galway, West Ireland, Chris Andrews. I just love that. That was great.
I picked up many rules.
From Kennewaga,
I was Brother Cam. I was Gerald Bass. I was Almaka Faiza. You know, people didn't realize.
Please let me cut you off. All right. F yeah, dude. Nobody mentions me in their favorites. Means the shit. Yeah, I always loved Emerson since day one. Since the whole Jersey Shore Big Team Little League. I love the character. The double bagger was the name of his finisher. It was the backstabber. The double bagger. I freaking
260s, drop your britches and work. Watch how I struck down that chunky nurse. I just loved it, man. It was awesome.
Such an amazing gimmick.
So, I got something.
You got something.
You guys all remember Evie from that one episode where
yes, Esteban Bastardo. Yes.
He's quickly gone already. I have to tell you this story too.
You done fired him?
This was one insane reason. Basically, after Dynamite and Skull had ended up making up the next day because they got into a fight, and that's how Dynamite was gone. But then we all go to this party, and a bunch of people are just being mean to Skullhead, and Dynamite jumps. Even Evie was. So Dynamite jumps down, punches him in the face, starts dragging him, and boom, there's this huge fight that breaks out. So he's no longer allowed here anymore, so he's gone.
Wow. You should have seen. So you guys want to hear a funny story? So me and Cam are at this bar in Hofstra, and you know, me and him are kind of like dancing with these girls, and then all of a sudden the crowd just splits, and it's a big fight going on, and I'm literally right next to the fight, and you know, it's just out of control. I almost got punched in the face. Here's this idiot saying, like, you know, he wants the people to start punching everybody. He was telling them to punch me. Like.
Oh, yeah. Me and Ever Creed were at a bar, and, yeah, like he just said, a fight broke out, and these guys were punching everybody besides each other. And Ever Creed was unfortunately almost one of those people. And I'm just telling them to hit each other. I'm like, hit him, motherfucker, hit him. You know, what they kept.
And I'm talking crap to the wrestlers. The wrestlers. I'm talking crap to the fighters.
And then
I was in character. I'm like, don't put your hands on me. I'm the self-supremacy. I'm doing that. I got a show next week. You know, like, oh my God.
I'm gonna say it. He bit people, pinned people upside down, wore a gremlin mask, and even fell through a barbed wire table.
Yeah, right.
You see,
he lives in Warren County, Mr. Teller.
You see, I'd love to, but the issue would likely be my parents driving me that far away for people I haven't met before. If I live down there easily. You know what, Emerson? Tell them August 10th, you have somewhere to be.
Yeah, right? Tyler Emerson in UWE would be crazy. I'd give him the whole thing. I've said that since Evan and I were in Gen Y. Gen Y was just such... I love everybody in Gen Y. Ace Whistler, Baron Bishop, Tyler Emerson, Marcus Edwards, Rick Rios. You know, there's just so many characters in that group. Myself. I mean, awesome. I would say the best faction in Call, if you're asking me. I definitely liked it a lot.
Yeah, too bad I couldn't join in. TXW just didn't give Brother Cam a chance. But guess what? Brother Cam came to the UWE and didn't want to get a chance taking them, so he made the CJE and is now bigger than, what's the name of that company? Never mind, it's dead now.
Oh boy.
Hey, what are your thoughts on the death of Caw, Ev?
Death of Caw. Well, I haven't really seen it kick up. I mean, there's a group with Stitches the Clown, and I keep forgetting. I feel like it's the BWO because it's like you remember Big Stevie Nash, remember the Blue Meanie, but you don't remember the third guy. I finally figured out his name was Nova.
It was actually Stevie Cool, and Nova is Simon Dean.
Big Stevie Cool, and Nova Simon Dean, and then you know
where they got the name Simon Dean from, right? No. Dean Malenko's real name is Dean Simon. They just switched the two around.
Alright, I got another funny story. Oh my God, I just remember this. So basically, me and Matt are cleaning up the house because he's basically my brother. He's not blood, but is here almost every day. So I tell him to go throw out the watermelon shell. Comes back inside, breathless, and then says, "I just threw the watermelon at a car."
What?
I'm just like, what? Yeah, this car was driving by, so I just threw it at it.
Oh god.
You guys love the part. You guys love a good time.
Yeah, right.
He said he stopped, so we had to like run around and cut through yards and stuff. I was like, it's just right over. It was like right over there because we live right by the street, so he just walks out there, throws it at a car.
You know, actually, I have a good question for some of the fans. I actually want to see. I mean, for those that do actually follow the call perspective and the BYW perspective, for that matter, if you could see anybody transition to any other place. So let's say if you could see a BYW superstar in the call community, but you could also see a call superstar in the BYW community, who would you want to see? Who would you want to see? What backyard wrestler would you want to see in the video game, WWE 2K15? And also, which character from call would you like to see in a backyard wrestling event? So if it was me, I mean, oof, that's tough. I mean, I would like to see from call into BYW. I'd like to see Fruit in the Fresh. I definitely would love to see, you know, Peppermint Pea and Raspberry Ram. You know, the pretty much the bubblegum, Backstreet Boys, you know, kind of thing. The boy band, if you will. And definitely I'd love to see that in backyard wrestling. That would be done very well. You know, I mean, it would be hard to, you know, it's got to be done right, or else it's just going to look like a big Too Cool ripoff. But I would definitely like to see that. And as far as anybody from BYW in the call community, I would not mind seeing the Dirty Boys. That would be pretty funny. I definitely wouldn't mind seeing that at all. But
I don't really. I mean, don't get me wrong. The call community, they really haven't done anything to me. I just hate the fact that I was excommunicated for nothing. But you know what? No need for me to hold a grudge. It's time to move on. But if I had to see anybody crossing over, I would like to see Brother Cam actually, you know, do something in call. That would have been nice.
Can you imagine the Black Bullet just, you know, deciding one day, you know what, I got this, I got you.
The Black Bullet is an ex-SWAT team member who smells like rat piss. So, I mean, little do you know, he was on the SWAT team, but he was actually on the custodial SWAT team. So he was he cleaned the closets, he cleaned the uniforms, he washed the
Little did you know,
vests.
even though Daisy's a pantophobic and fears everything, he's a reckless driver.
Yeah, Daisy can't drive for shit.
Yeah.
No, he can drive, but I mean, he's
he
aggressive.
drives a white van. You know, you got to see him when he leaves the show, you know. Every time he doesn't talk throughout the whole show, and then, you know, once, you know, all right, Daisy, see you later. All right, I'll catch you later, you know.
And he hears, and he speeds off. It's awesome.
Speeds off.
You know, but the UW will be hosting driving school soon.
And Daisy
taught
would
by
be...
our instructor, Robbins Prophet. He'll teach you how to do a 17-point turn.
Oh man, he almost did one when he dropped me off home from the party. So you want to hear a funny story? This is probably gonna be my last one because I'm about to, you know, close eyes.
Croak.
Yeah, I'm about to croak like a frog. You know, the black toad, if you will. So
don't.
Terrence. So,
oh, and by the way, before we get back into that, I forgot to say something really important. Welcome to CJE. That is Cameron Jackson Entertainment. Your number one. Shh. Your number.
You're just doing this? Like, we're 3 hours in, you know?
Shh, I forgot, guys. As I was saying, welcome to CJE. That is Cameron Jackson Entertainment, your number one stop in entertainment for your backyard wrestling fix. I am your host, founder, chairman, CEO, the brother man with the master plan, Brother Cam. We are here in this live stream. We're about, I don't know, we're 2 hours, 54 minutes into it. But I would always like to say you'll never be let down with me, baby, and get back to what you were saying, Evercreek.
So
we should all just do our intros.
yeah, right.
Do the UW and I'll do BCWs. I'm breaking the fourth wall here. I am Alex Mason.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to UWE Lockdown. This is Jack Thomas sledding in here live. My broadcast colleague, Dale Peppers. How you doing, Dale?
It's me. It's that D to the A to the L to the E. Mobbing one more time for the CJE right here in the place to be. To D-O-D. I forgot what I was going to say, but it's okay because Dale Peppers is here to pave the way. Let's do it, buddy.
Mama wanted to get with that B-A-double-D-A double crooked letter, you know? Oh, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BCW Live in Detroit, Michigan. I'm Alex Mason here along with the two guys from UWE, Dale Peppers and shit, I forgot
Jack Thomas. You know,
Jack Thomas.
it's Jack and Jack off. You know, my name is fucking Jack. You know, imagine Jack with a Dale Peppers voice and Dale Peppers with a Jack Thomas voice.
The voices couldn't switch.
Dude, they couldn't.
It's hard for me to do the Dale Peppers voice as is, you know.
Burberry Jones on the other.
Oh, Burberry Jones is awesome. He's like, and now your CJE World Heavyweight Champion Cameron Jackson.
Yeah, right. Oh man,
It's so funny.
you want to hear a tough voice to do?
Deepest black guy voice to me.
The bleep.
White guy voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You got the deepest black guy voice, but the highest pitched white guy voice.
And then there's always the official UWE ring announcer, Gerald Bass, who he just throws everything together. Like he was announced never Creed. He goes, the Southside Supremacy, Everett Creed. You know, he's just so into it. You know.
Man. I just realized something. You know, I mean, this is a career versus company match at All Out Survival. Gerald Bass might be saying that for the last time. I mean, well, and Burberry Jones might be saying Cameron Jackson's name for the last time. You don't know. And a ring announcer's career is going to change at All Out Survival.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Randy Goldstein.
yeah. You can follow us at UWEHD, you know.
Oh yeah, follow us on Twitter, UWEHD. Follow at KBWFan1. That is Mark Williams.
I swear, I need a new Twitter.
All those subscribers down the toilet.
Good stuff.
Yeah, ever since the whole boycott Flash thing, I don't think Cage is loving you anymore.
Yeah, right.
Oh no, it's all fine now. I think he's close to that, but oh my god. I want to thank this. About a couple hours later after I did that video, I'm sitting at a bonfire. All I get is this text, and I look at it, it's Flash. He's like, "Are you mad at me? Like, we're dating." Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, right.
Literally, that promo. Oh my god, I got into it deep because.
I know.
That was nuts.
The entire day, then she says BCW talking. It's not as fun when it's recorded. It's kind of better when it's live, and then she stops, and I was like, "You fucking bitch."
Oh,
God,
yeah.
I'll drive right down the floor and
shit.
kick your dumb ass.
Oh, boy.
We got a few comments.
We got a few comments.
Oh,
Oh.
right down there.
Okay. All right, here we go. The way I see it, man, if UWE is still going on by the time I'm 18, without a doubt, I'll be spending time with you guys. I would have jumped in. I would have jumped in Cam, and I would have had fun. You would have jumped in Cam?
Whoa, that's a little cool.
Which hole? Like, you know,
Oh.
barren people would climb on you like vantage points. Oh, well,
This
Lips is getting
bad.
intrigued. I'd have a black man parrot.
What the fuck?
Vigo. ILLL at the time. Vigo debuted in TXW. I went to the town with the best friend with the watermelon hat. Well, that means they hear you well.
Yeah.
Honestly, when I get on here for a podcast, I'm going to have to show off my TXW custom sweatshirt.
Yeah.
And Silvera and BYW, that would be interesting.
Well, I don't know. Him and Everett Creed would have to patch up whatever the hell is between them.
Yeah, which, you know, I mean, I wouldn't mind making peace with that. ESW's full roster in 2K15.
That would be fun.
You know, I can see it now.
Jim-
The conductor just coming out to the, you know, the ring.
The only issue
Jin Y in the
with
flesh.
boy band and BYW, in my opinion, are people willing to sacrifice themselves for silly characters. That's the thing. That is the number one thing in BYW. You can't kill too many characters to put one over. That's the thing.
That's okay.
Because backyard wrestling, you are yourself. It's like, you know, you have to market for you. It's not like we're all marketing for each other. We're marketing for ourselves. Like, that's why you're not going to see certain people lose to certain people.
Jin Y in the flesh.
Exactly.
Yeah, Hadouken punch. Jin Y and
I love that punch. That is the
That's my favorite move.
the first time he did it was at our, because Ultimate Redemption, we're going to say Ultimate Redemption 4 because that's really what it is. At Ultimate Redemption 3 last year, that's when the Hadouken punch made its debut against Nick Somas. The Gen Y in the flesh, that's a scary sight. I like to see Vigo and BYW. Yo, Ev, when you have seen Pyro in the Indies? I saw him reffing as an event. Yeah, Pyro Marcus Edwards, call superstar. He's actually doing very good for himself. you know, doing very well. He's referee, and he's also he's kind of doing some kind of boxing thing, you know, kind of like what he was doing in COD. It looked pretty cool.
Yes,
yeah, so that's what we got from comments so far.
The Gobbledygooker is also a referee now.
Yeah, I believe he actually wrestled. No, my bad. I think he reffed a couple of matches. He actually reffed Marty Jannetty versus Chris Copeland not too long ago.
No, you know, Marty Jannetty is actually a backyard wrestler nowadays. You know, pretty much. Might as well be. I mean,
Could have a few with the Bad Reed.
yes, the Marty Jannetty. He's a low card. No. He didn't wrestle Chris Copeland, but he's a low.
Why didn't Chris Copeland invite me? Because I'm like 2 hours away from him.
Yeah, right.
He's a low card. Marty Jannetty's a low
Marty
card.
Jannetty would fight the Bad Reed. Bad Reed's a little busy at the moment, but you know
Yeah,
he's.
right. I'd have to. If Marty.
He's just bigger than Marty Jannetty, and Marty Jannetty was in WWE.
Yeah. Mark, did you see Bad Reed earlier tonight? Watching? Oh my God, that was hilarious. Oh my God.
Bad Reed watching freaking Arnez J.
Arnez J.
Oh, that was so funny. Like,
I was dying, man. Arnez J. I was just like.
I had to go get a drink. I come back out, and all I hear is the N-word.
Yeah, Arnez J starting to play it. I'm just like, oh no, this is gonna take over the show. Oh, it was
Have you guys ever
great.
seen Donald Glover?
Yes, I saw Donald Glover. He's also known as Childish Gambino, the rapper.
Childish Gambino.
Oh man, and then there's the guy that was on Dancing with the Stars.
He is pretty funny. He's honestly.
Which was from the Redneck? Who from the Redneck Comedy Tour was on Dancing with the Stars? The one with
Was it Billingwall? Billingwall, yeah. Here's your sign. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, here's your sign guy.
Wait, what happened here? You're still there, Mark. Mark.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was making sure. I can't call you by your real name on here, bro.
You can call me by my first name. It really doesn't matter. It's not like they're just going to go, oh, his name is Eli. There he is.
Eli in New York.
Well, his name is Eli.
Eli is actually a very good name. I like that name, Eli.
Yeah, except I didn't want to use my full name, and because I...
Wrong.
Drew had told me the entire story of how he get Facebook requests every day.
Yo, have you seen Pyro? Oh yeah, Percy's amazing. Jumped in the fight. The jump in thing was talking about it. The jump in thing is talking about it. The huge fight. You haven't checked it for a while.
Oh, go on. I want to see the huge fight. Go
He
on.
and Pat Tanaka is opening a wrestling school in New Orleans.
What?
Pat Tanaka.
All right. Well, guess what? Believe it or not, about a year ago, they're opening a wrestling school. That's nice. But a year ago, he was not too far from us wrestling low card indies. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
So
He was.
I gotta see about this big fight, and then we'll start thinking about wrapping this up soon.
He was wrestling TKO or something like that. I don't
Northwest,
even know.
18, I was jumping camera. At the call. I don't see the fight, you know.
I don't see.
You jump in. I would have to.
You know what was one of the best pay-per-view endings? I was just I'm sorry, but if you could kill your character in a flaming table spot, you have me
Kane.
sold. Kane freaking, you know, he put... No, Kane with Daniel Bryan at Extreme Rules.
It was
That
so
was
funny.
hilarious. Daniel Bryan does this little baby nudge. You know, Daniel Bryan does this little nudge. Kane just jumps right to the flaming table, and the fire extinguisher is putting him out like a ghost from Luigi's Mansion, just sucking him, you know, blowing him down. And Kane's pushing them off, and it was just so funny. I was hysterical laughing. I'm like, you know, I was rooting for Kane, but that was funnier than him even winning the belt. That was just...
Oh my god, I was laughing when he had him on the fourth clip. I don't know why.
I was hilarious. And Kane was probably just like, I want my paycheck and I want it now. Like, you know, that's...
I just got picked up on a four clip and put through a damn tape. Lit on fire.
So-
Damn paycheck, I'm not making
So this is where the insider joke comes in, because anytime Daisy did a hack, you know, like a promo hack where, you know, he did the bunny and the whole thing with that, or the little vignette shoot up, I am Daisy and I am afraid, it would end and you hear Dale in mid-sentence say, and he went through the flaming table. You know, it was so funny. And it just, that was us making fun of the whole Kane segment, and it was just so... It was hilarious.
All right, now you guys, before we end this, last question on the night is, I know we've seen it before, but now that a lot of people are gone and I have the main people that I really want to hear from right now, who do you think is going to win? Cameron Jackson, Everett Creed, company versus career, All Out Survival 2014.
Yes, and if you want as well, you could also leave your predictions for Rick Rios versus Dirty DeChico for the UWE Championship, as well as who do you believe will walk out the winner and the last man standing in the Survivalist Coliseum that will be taking place at All Out Survival, and we'll be main eventing our most spectacular event of the year, Ultimate Redemption. So you leave your comments below.
I want to hear your predictions, Mr. Williams.
Yeah, Mr. Mark Williams. Let's start with Rick Rios versus Dirty DeChico.
Rick Rios versus Dirty DeChico?
Yeah.
Yes.
My prediction on that. I thought you were having me predict Cameron Jackson versus Everett.
Oh, we will.
We will. We just want you to run it down real quick with the 3 matches on the card.
All right. Well, Rick Rios versus Dirty DeChico. I'm gonna have to go with Rick Rios because if he loses it already, that would be just not that good of a title. I mean, that'd be sort of like Ziggler's.
Yeah, kind of like a paper champion in a way.
I hear you.
That would just not be fun.
Okay, cool.
Sure, Dirty DeChico's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Chico's definitely he's a bull getting ready to get out of the gate, and Rick's got the experience card. But I like your pick.
Now, Mr. Williams, who do you think is going to win the Survivalist Coliseum? Our Royal Rumble. I'm sorry, as Lynn Garcia would say, Royal Rumble.
Yeah, Royal Rumble.
Well, I don't know if Cameron Jackson's been announced for it all, but
No, I'm not in there.
Cameron Jackson, Everett Creed, and
Nick Somas is in it, right?
Nick Somas is it.
We have to go with Nick Somas.
Nick Somas.
Choice.
That's a different choice.
I don't think he's going to win it, but good choice.
Yeah, I mean, Nick's...
I'm going to kill him.
Yeah, right?
I'm going to be Daisy.
There you go. Nick Somas is a very interesting pick, though. That's the first Nick Somas pick. I think a majority of, a lot of people have had Lips, and a couple of people said Daisy. And last but not least, it's...
Leave them to the goofy characters, kind of like how Special Jack is. Not the main event, but
you know.
he's there to entertain.
Smart.
Yeah, and then that's one way of looking at it. That's definitely one way of looking at it. I can definitely see that.
Me, for one, speaking in character, I would love to see TJ Sakara walk out with the win.
Yeah, right?
I forgot about TJ.
TJ Sakara. TJ Sakara. TJ Sakara could have the shot. Let's see if we have any comments here. Let's see.
It's going to be Nick Somas, TJ Sakara.
Okay. Tyler Emerson believes Cameron Jackson will win. RRW Network. Mr. Adrenaline says Cameron Jackson all the way. And Tyler Emerson, but Campson's Creed is going to sleep. Can you be awake for a while after the stream? I want to show you something.
Sure, Mr. Emerson, sure. And wait, who was your first ever favorite wrestler? My first ever favorite wrestler was The Rock.
My first ever favorite wrestler was
Will always be the
Undertaker. Mine actually was The Rock, and then, but I only liked The Rock for like a couple months because that was right before he left for SummerSlam against Brock Lesnar. But for about, I would say, a good 5 to 6 years, my favorite has been The Undertaker. Undertaker was just, loved The Undertaker, loved the whole character ever since I was little.
Now, Mr. Mark Williams, the moment of truth. Who do you think is going to win between the CJE, the company, versus the career? Cameron Jackson versus Everett Creed. Now, the self-supremacy versus the brother man with the master plan. The brother man with the master plan.
Sounds like he's backing up a...
The brother man with the master plan versus the prick with the little dick. Who do you think's gonna win? The beaner with the little wiener.
That's Rick Rios.
The Italian with the little stallion. But who do you think is going to win?
Alright. This time it's a white guy making a prediction.
Yeah.
Alright, well.
Yeah, right?
Well, I have to
Screw
go
you.
with another than. Hashtag boycott.
Look at the shot right there. You with the 24-inch pythons and me with my little Santino Cobra.
Yeah, did he just say boycott Flash instead of?
Did he really?
Yes, I said none other than hashtag boycott.
None other than hashtag boycott Flash. Oh, you know what? We can even take that.
I'll take that. I won't make you choose.
No, I got this.
All right, let's hear this. Do you think the CJE is gonna die, or do you think Everett Creed's gonna be nah?
Oh.
Nah. Hey. Goodbye. Which one do you think's gonna happen?
Nothing to do with against anything, guys.
All right.
But I'm gonna have to go with Everett Creed because if it would impact Everett Creed a lot, like if his career was over, then what would happen? I mean, that's a big character gone from UWE. If CJE was just gone, like we could take bankrupt, Cameron Jackson would still be there, TJ Sakara would still be there. They're all still there, but they're not a team anymore. They'd still be allies. Well, the company would be gone. So I'm gonna have to go with Everett Creed.
This just in. Cameron Jackson drives to Detroit and runs over Mark Williams.
Yeah. We'll have you the story tonight at 11. Yeah, I think so far we got a couple of people picking Creed. It looks like it's an even bout between Everett Creed and Cameron Jackson.
No, we thank you for the prediction, Mark.
Saying that Everett Creed's career would be over here is like, that just sucked. I mean,
Remember, yeah, if I lose, then I'm a gone.
You already got rid of Minister Sherwood, man. Come on.
Baron Bishop says Rios TJ Cam. I've been watching wrestling since '98. We're gonna wrap it up there.
Wait.
There's the new autograph.
Tyler Emerson, please just DM me on Twitter or add me on Facebook, and then I'll watch what you wanted me to watch. For right now, I'm gonna keep talking with Mr. Mark Williams as we go off the air.
Followed here.
So Mark Williams, tell the lovely people good night. We'll keep talking, but you can tell these lovely people good night.
All right.
Good night, everybody. You've seen Mark Williams not in character, but as a real person instead, because it's not like I'm just gonna make fun of everyone. Alright, well,
you can follow this on Twitter by using the hashtag boycottFlash.
Yeah, there you go. Flash is just gonna get boycotted until like she's put in the box, you know.
I'll have to tell you guys a story once we go off air because the story's pretty fucking weird.
Oh, that's gonna be funny. All right, and everybody, before we check our...
This has been a CJE exclusive. I'm glad you've been along, and you guys have one hell of a good evening. It is 3:15 in the a.m. where I am.
Yep.
I'm going...
Yeah, we're going to cut this at 3:15.
I'm going to hang out with Mark Williams for a little bit, and I'm going to see what Mr. Emerson has to show me. And you guys, I'm going to say it one time. You heard it here first. Go to fuck to sleep.
And there you have it. We'll be here for weekly podcasts. Got to figure out what the name is.
I thought I told you I asked to go to bed. Go to sleep.
It's 3:14. You know.
Oh, you got 1 more minute.
Yeah, we got 1 more minute.
Probably
we're gonna be doing every week. We're gonna be doing a live stream, so it's gonna definitely be a lot of fun. You know, getting some guys in. You know. Definitely going to be having a special guest every week.
We definitely thank you. Special thank you to the Bad Read and to Mark Williams for joining us tonight.
Yep.
Thank you to all you guys who commented and kept this thing interesting and fun. Full on effing wrestling, RRW, Tyler Emerson, Super Duper, SFA Verdi, Mark Williams, Myron Reed. I'm forgetting anybody. I'm really sorry. Baron Bishop,
RRW. You know, all these guys did very good. All right, Matt Ratcliffe, all you guys. All right,
Emerson, we love you.
Emerson,
love all you guys.
Baron, all right.
And UWE signing out.